Just click on her name. You got to go, I think, in YouTube Studio. Hello, L. Hello, Doug. Welcome in. Give it a few minutes here. You guys can hear me okay. L, I'm checking into that right now and getting that fixed. Do you guys hear me okay? Hello, Paige. Welcome in, Paige. Good to have you. Gronsky, hello, my friend. Good to have you. Settings. Just waiting on a couple minutes, everybody. Thank you, Al. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Please hit the likes, everybody. Share the channel with your friends. Thank you, L. April's in the house. Good to have you, April. April, I just sent Chris the link. You want to send him that link just in case I got something wrong? Just send him that link. But I already sent it to him, but I want to make sure he received it. Thank you. AJ's in the house. Good to have you, AJ. Oleg's in the house. Good to have you, Oleg. Appreciate you.
Is Bandit over there?
Yeah. Bandit. Bandit. Get over there. Bandit. Get over here. Bandit. Bandit, get over here. Come on.
What's her name again?
L.
Okay.
1985. We're getting ready to start, everybody. Just waiting on Chris to go ahead and log in. Chris isn't online? Okay. All right. Well, he'll be on. He just texted me and said he would be on, so we'll get him when he comes in. Thank you, April. Appreciate that. Let's see. Hang on, everybody. Sorry for the delay.
I'm here.
Good to have you, my brother.
Okay, so you can hear me? All good?
I hear you loud and clear.
Beautiful. Now let me just slide this screen over somewhere.
Chris is in the house, everybody.
I am. I'm here. I'm here. There I am. All right. Mucho better.
Mucho better.
How's everybody? Good. Glad to hear it. I wish they could talk live on the chat.
I do too.
Where we
I do
could
too.
mute them every 10 seconds. We could just mute them. You know what I mean? Like, click, you're done. Click, you're done.
No, I wish they would be, but it'd be a lot easier. Hey, Chris, how do I add a mod on here?
So you have to go to your chat in YouTube.
That's what I thought.
It has to be in YouTube.
I think I'm in the right spot.
And then when you go to the chat, you just click on whoever you want to add, and it.
To change something around.
Okay.
Who you adding and who you stealing?
No. It's one of my mods. For some reason, it showed that she was not a mod, and she is a mod. It's L.
She got fired. L.
No.
Goodness.
She's one of my best mods.
I know, right?
Did you get it, babe?
I'm going to get it. Hold on.
All right. Good deal.
Accept all cookies. All right. Welcome, Chris.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get started, Chris.
Hello. Whoops. I'm trying to post it. Hello, all. Security alert. Yeah, I know.
And, you could have thrown me a backdrop on my end too,
Well, I'm doing double. See here, I'm sitting in front of you. See how I'm blocking your mug?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. I get
All right,
you. I
so
got
there's
you.
me and me.
Well, I follow you.
Here's me and, somewhat looks like
me and I.
857. Here's me and 857. There you are.
Huh?
Oh, too funny.
L, 1985.
That's it?
That's what she has on there.
I'm trying to.
Got it?
1985?
85. 1985.
Huh. Old Cherokee Road.
Do you hear it? Do you see it?
Why can't I see?
Yeah.
The L1985?
Yep.
There's two.
There's two of them?
That's odd.
There should be one of them. Make sure they're highlighted.
Oh, we only need one L. Ferry. I gotta find Publix. Publix.
All right,
Publix.
Chris. They've been waiting. They want to start.
All right, let's do
No,
this.
Chris, that's Doug.
So now,
Just so you know, Al, they're working on it.
there's no volume anyway, so it don't matter.
Oh, you don't have no volume?
No. Me and you and fine. No, the slideshow doesn't have music or anything.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's in there. You just have to share it. Add it to the stage.
Just have her say something in chat, like hi or something. Shipping on Vinted.
She just said ground ski
Okay.
in chat.
Yeah, that wasn't coming up like that.
Oh no, Al, they're gonna fix this. Don't worry. No worries. I think Chris said you got to go into the studio.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Okay.
No, you can do it right from your chat. Just go onto your page, watch your own show,
Right.
and then
I
just
see.
click on L.
Not popping up with her name.
Okay, let me check. Let me check real quick. We're gonna check this real quick.
I don't understand why.
How is everybody today?
Take over, Chris. I'm busy.
Move over, Bacon. There's something new. Sizzling.
Let me try
You
out.
remember Sizzling? My God, that was a long time ago. Ah. What?
To my
No, AJ.
All right.
AJ. I need two of AJ. She's just like, she's the queen over here.
It's not popping.
Hours and hours and hours of moderation and then storms and stuff. AJ is my right hand. Keeps me on my toes. Yes, AJ is awesome.
That's just
Melly is awesome. April, all the mods, every single mod that is in here and not in here, they're all the best. Now it's time to play. El, it would be nice if you were a mod, that would be
Stop it. She is a mod.
well, I have to cause a little trouble somewhere.
These guys are good to go, man.
Somebody's got to do it.
I wouldn't trade any of my mods, no doubt.
I wonder if Photon's all right today. I haven't seen her. I know she hurt herself.
It's just so weird because it won't even bring up her name when I type it in.
Really? Hang on, I'm looking right now. You have to be on live. That's what Chris said.
I know you're a mod in my chat. I'm just trying to cause trouble with dog and stuff, Somebody's got to keep him on his toes, Look how serious he looks. Look at right there. He's like he's looking at a crime scene or something.
Stop
There
it,
he is.
man. You're killing me.
Well,
You're killing me.
Well, somebody's got to do it. We try. You know what I mean? At least somebody thinks we're good. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I do.
Whatever you do, don't ask my wife because no. Nope. That's the wrong person to ask. I was kind of hoping to get hey, the toxicology report's back.
Huh?
Have you tried it?
Yep.
Say that again?
Have you tried it?
I tried, but I'm not seeing. I have to go in the live. I have to watch my live and then go ahead and do it. Right, Chris?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, just bring up your own channel on it, but just on another tab, bring up your own channel so you're watching yourself, and then click on L, and you'll be able to make her a mod again.
Got you. Okay, so I'm on here now with this
Ooh,
thing.
L, you got fired. Ooh.
Okay, here we go.
Right human resources, L.
I got it, Jim.
Okay. Thank
You know what I mean? I would write human resources, tell them that you were fired for absolutely no reason. And if you didn't get hired back within the next 15 or 20 minutes, that you'd file a lawsuit. But don't tell him I told you all that. You didn't hear any of
in
it.
now. Okay, let's. Oh my Lord!
You didn't hear any of that, Doug. See, he didn't hear nothing.
What happened here?
He was too busy swearing.
Oh my! I think I logged myself out. Oh no, here I am. Okay, all right, we're good. Let's go. Let's get it, Chris. L is going to click on here in a second.
Oh, there she is. Congratulations, L. Good job. I told you calling human resources would work.
You got me working quicker.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, all right.
All you got to do is look down next to me down below,
click it.
and I put that in. You just got to add that to the stage.
There it is.
All right, cool. Because then I can take over for it. So we're gonna just do kind of like a recap of everything kind of that happened. There might be some things in here that aren't in here. Like, I had trouble finding the article about the taxi, but then I did, so it's not in here. I found it at the end, but but again, everybody already knows who Elena Katherine Moore is. Missing in Lexington, Kentucky, and then was found a bunch of days later on, as we all know. So this is not the way it's supposed to be. Hold on one second. How did I get there? We'll have to do it this way. So again, 39 years old. She was a personal trainer at Wolf's Fitness Center and a pharmacy technician before she left that pharmacy job. I don't even know when. I didn't get a date of when she left or anything. But I also heard a little bit ago that she was also a bartender at some bar. I forget the name of the bar. I apologize. And then I did read from a few of her friends in a couple articles that her active social media presence has fallen off, and she was huge into that. Like,
that is correct.
Her entire thing was social media. And I know this is going to be some stuff that we've already heard and known, but this is what we're doing. We're just starting from the beginning again, just to make sure everybody's on the same page. So her husband, Brandon Slice, they started dating in 2013. They got married on February 29th of 2024. And he's not considered a person of interest by the police. He is by me. Not that means anything, but it's a little suspicious, but who knows? And she has her friends telling people that she wanted out of this relationship, obviously, as you can see there, before her disappearance. I don't know how many times she said it. So, I mean, whether it was that one dinner meeting or lunch meeting that they had and she told her friend and her friend didn't do anything, or if it was before that, a few times, I'm not sure about that. So, no, you don't hear about this. I mean, the only way I heard about this is from Double D, and then one other YouTuber was covering a little bit, but I haven't heard anything since, because I think there's no toxicology report. So, she's been found. They know she was, unalived, and there's really no information, but, digging into the background as much as you can, digging in to find out, her situation, how her head was, and all that kind of stuff is what you need to really do, and to see maybe, we could look at the husband and say, hey, look at, he seems suspicious. I mean, it seems suspicious to me, but it really doesn't mean much until we figure it out. So again, this is just, more of their timeline of their earlier times. I read, from a bunch of people that they went on a lot of vacations, and again, when they were on vacations with people, they seemed perfectly fine, happy. There was no issues when they were out with people or anything. So if there was issues, of course, it was hidden. But again, they got married, and now it looks like they were trying to separate. And
what day was that?
Say that again.
What day was that?
What day was what?
Yeah, when they started to separate or something.
I think that was recently. I don't have a direct date. It didn't say. It just said that they were speaking of separating, and I think that was within the last probably month or so, I would think.
Got you.
And then, of course, everybody knows from her friends stated that she started to act weird and just kind of off of whatever the norm was. So I don't know what you guys talked about your last but at the beginning, when we heard that she had went into the treatment facility, that, when she went with the police, she went in there on her own. She asked to go there. So when the police came the day that she was in the hallway doing all that weird stuff with the guy at, with the DoorDash, when the police picked her up, they took her to the regular hospital, and then she asked to go to the treatment facility. So that's why she signed herself out, because she could, like we had discussed before. Right. I thought that the police were the ones who said, hey, looks like you need to go here, but she requested it. So, that's cool. I guess obviously she felt something was up, or she just wanted to make sure she was safe, but.
And hang on, Chris, I can tell you in law enforcement, because I've done many of these where you take individuals to these type of, for a better lack of words, mental facilities type deals. I've done numerous when I was in law enforcement.
Yep.
And you take them in, you talk to them, you take them into the process is, I'll just tell you from the beginning, the process is you go in, they tell you that they have somebody that you need to transport. So you go to the hospital, pick this person up, and then you transport them to whatever facility they're telling you to transport them. Usually it's the same one we always had.
Yeah.
And that was about 2 hours away. So you drive 2 hours away, you take her in. The process would be that they would talk to her, find out her state of mind, and then they would decide if she needed to be there. Now, in this case, it was a little different because she asked to be there. She wanted to be there.
Right.
Or she needed the help.
Yeah.
And so it was easier. But a lot of times, the only way you can really get them to go without their consent is if they are a harm to themselves or someone else. So when they are a harm to themselves or someone else, then they don't have a choice, But in this case, like Chris said, it seemed like she wanted to go. Okay, yeah. So it makes it easier. And then once you transport him, you take him, you drop him off there. They sign her in, and then she's going to be there until they feel like she's not a threat to herself or someone else. And that's how that usually works. So I have done a lot of these. Some are a little bit different than others. I've had some where they are like literally irate, angry, frustrated, calling you every name in the book, and you just got to tune it out. And then I've been on some that have just stayed there humble, quiet, and waited for, to get to whatever facility they were going to. So I just wanted to throw that in so you guys kind of got an idea of how that usually works.
Yeah, that's cool. Let me jump off this subject for a second, because I found a moment. Look, check it out. It's like Mount Rushmore, me and you, Double D and me. You know what I'm saying?
I see it.
All right. Idiot. I'm such a clown. So Yeah.
Hang on a second, Chris. One more
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Go for
Elle
it.
said, was she discharged or left before discharge?
She left on her own.
Yeah, she left on her
checked
own
out.
on the 11th. The
Yep.
11th, she left on her own. She checked herself out.
And that's where the taxi picked her up and drove her to CVS, and then that's where she disappeared. So she didn't come back out. So where was she in the CVS? You know, did she go out the back door because she knew people?
So what happened was the facility ended up calling a taxi cab for her.
Right.
The taxi cab picked her up. I believe it was at like 2:10 p.m. or so. No. It was at 6 something p.m. Picked her up. They took her. This individual, whoever it was, they didn't say the name or the company. She took her back to Lexington, South Carolina. And at that point, she asked the driver to take her to a CVS.
Yep.
Now, they didn't say why she went in there, but it's, if you read between the lines, maybe it's because they maybe prescribed some medication.
Yep.
And I'm just assuming on this part that the reason she went ahead and did this was because of the fact that she was familiar with that place because she used to work there.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have been like you want to go somewhere where you're known,
Familiar.
rather than someone maybe where you're not known. Depends
Yeah.
on how you look at it. So she went there. She walked in. The driver waited. She never came out
Nope.
of that CVS.
No.
She never came out. So the driver decided he's going to go in there because really before they leave, they want to make sure, literally that they're not leaving somebody like behind, right? And he knew where he picked her up from. So he knew kind of what she was going through as far as there's only one reason why you're there.
Right.
And so he went inside. He looked around for her. He could not find her. He could not see her. Now they didn't say if he asked one of the clerks or tellers or whatever you want to call them, didn't ask anybody if they saw her. I'm assuming he probably asked somebody. But if you know anything like the CVS's where I live, a lot of times they're doing like 3-4 jobs all at once. So they're not at the register, they usually let people pay at the self-paying area. And they just go and stock shelves and get everything else ready because they usually only have one employee working in there. Right. So they went ahead and he went in there. I'm assuming he probably asked somebody. And if he didn't, here's the thing. When somebody goes in there, right, if they're going to take the time to go in there and look for you, 9 out of 10 is probably they're going to make sure that they go and even knock at a restroom and go, hey, you in there?
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't want to leave you behind. So if they're taking the effort to go literally into the building itself, I could only assume that they're going to do everything they can to make sure that they just can't find you. And they checked everywhere else.
Right.
So then it says he left. So that's where we're at.
Yeah. But then after that, her credentials were signed in to Planet Fitness at 6:38 p.m.
Correct.
And then later on that evening, the video got her walking away from Planet Fitness towards the woods behind Lowe's Home Improvement with the clothes that she had on.
Correct.
Now, at 9:17, the video shows her walking through the public parking lot toward Old Cherokee Road. This is the last confirmed sighting. Now, the woods behind Lowe's. I'm a Home Depot guy. So the woods back there are not the same woods where she was found. It's 2 different spots.
Correct.
So the woods behind, I don't know why she was walking there, but behind that, there's an apartment complex. Now, the one thing that I did want to say is, and I didn't put any videos in here because we've seen the video of her with the DoorDash person. Now, in one of the articles, it mentions her following the DoorDash upstairs, verifying the name of the person, the food, whatever. And it said that she was seen there with the receipt at a neighbor's house. But I don't remember her living in one of those buildings. I thought they had a house. So I don't know. They called the person a neighbor, so I don't know what that really means. Like, I don't think she lived there though, but I don't know. But that's what I kind of found out, and I only found it in one article that said they called the person the neighbor. So
got you.
And then, I mean, that was it till there. So then on the 12th, he reports her missing because she didn't come home from the 11th. She didn't come home, which again, not sure if she was living at home or if she was staying at a friend's house, because her friend said that she was staying with a friend, but the husband said she was staying there and she didn't come back home. So I don't know. I'm again, there's there's another question mark, like, where is she? Where was she staying? Is he lying, or is so? Again, not sure. So then on the 16th and the 17th, they released all the images where she was seen walking, and then the 17th, I think it was, I forget the time, like 2 something in the afternoon or later than that, when they discovered her body
somewhere in the midday.
Yeah, from a phone tip of somebody saying, "Hey, I noticed a body." So they went and they found her.
Yep.
Again, autopsy wise, there was no injuries, no reports of any, blood, broken bones, scrapes, nothing. Just no gunshots, no anything.
That's correct, April.
And no cause of death could be determined at that time because they're waiting on toxicology reports. And then 14 Mile Creek was where she was found. And she was found on the ledge. And I don't know if anybody's looked at it, but it is I have a shot of it in here, but there is a ledge, like it's just a little creek with the sides coming down like so, and she was found on the side there. So, investigation still going. Hopefully the toxicology report will come in, sooner rather than later. Like Doug said, they're doing it in-house. So hopefully it will come in quicker and we don't have to wait that long. So this is her route over here. So here's Publix and Lowe's, and you can just see Planet Fitness up here in the right-hand corner at 640. And here's Lowe's. So the first time they said anything, they said that she was seen walking towards the woods behind Lowe's, and they're over here. But as you can see, over here is where the body was found. And then here's Publix. So she left and she walked somewhere here. I don't know what exact street, or who knows how she went, but she ended up over there where the body was found. And that was, it is at 2:48. So it was mid-afternoon. But I don't think they announced it till later on, actually. I don't think we knew until like 5-ish or something.
Yeah, it was a little bit later.
Yeah. So, I mean, just kind of just a timeline. Very beautiful timeline, if I don't say so myself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so anyways, I mean, just a timeline so everybody can see, again, no cause of death. I mean, hey, I don't know. All I see is now. Let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody hear of her having a heart issue? Because I saw a little article today that said something about she may have had some type of a heart issue.
I heard that myself.
Okay, I couldn't find anything specific.
Yeah, I heard that myself, that I don't know if it was Sandra, her best friend of 10 years,
Could have been.
that said that either on the Enton interview or the Fox interview, that she had some heart problems and that she had high anxiety.
Yeah, high
Uh,
anxiety. I heard.
I'm not sure, but I did hear that. I'm trying to think of where exactly,
Yeah.
but I did
Well,
hear that's
I
what I
think it was
read.
a friend that
Yeah,
said it. But so I mean, here you go. I mean, and hi, Marianne. I see you in there. Um, you know, the drugs that she was taking for whatever, whatever drug she was taking for her mental health or whatever, sometimes that can cause stuff in the heart. But who knows? I mean, this could become a, accidental death or something happened with the heart, but it's just weird. So, um, but yeah, this was just an amazing timeline. I mean, this is gorgeous. My
well,
God.
the other thing too, like Oleg has heart problems and personal trainer CMOD, but that could be another reason why she was into the working out, to get
Yeah.
herself so healthy, where she was, trying not so much to fix the remedy, but to try to be in better shape, maybe. And that's maybe what
Yeah.
that could have been what inspired her to get into training in the first place, along with obviously
Right.
we know that she was a very high she was climbing that ladder to be a model
Yep.
for a calendar shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, that was literally pointed out that she was climbing the ladder to be in a photo shoot for products,
Mm-hmm.
and she was right almost there. Now I'm getting more into the stuff of when everything started going downhill, and that's back early where Chris was at, where he started at the on the 13th, I believe it was the 13th when they got together, and then 3 days later is when everything started going wrong. So go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. And then this is a picture of where she was found. So, and the first thing that stuck out to me, Doug, is hold on one second. I'll be right back.
And you're exactly right, KB. It is supposed to help relieve a lot of stress and anxiety. It's just supposed to give you a better. Well, look, man. Let's face it. When you're feeling better and you feel like you're, all together in shape or whatnot, you're going to perform better, right? And I'm sure that there's a whole hand in hand how this is all goes together. No doubt about it. But it's supposed to. I used to do it back in the day, and that's another reason why, like even in the military, they always stress the physical agility aspect of it in the military, because it helps you keep your composure when you're dealing with so much adversity. It helps you deal and be calm and be able to just breathe normally, even in the most strenuous situations. You know what I mean? So yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Oh, please hit the like and subscribe if you are new here, everybody. KB says if they saw her walking towards the woods, maybe she really wasn't staying anywhere. It's a possibility. Now, going to what Sandra said, she was the one that said, I think it was in a Fox interview, that she was staying with a friend. And if I'm not mistaken, she's also the one that said they were separated. Now, I never really seen that, and that's the only place I ever heard it, when Sandra was talking to the mainstream media and giving her the rundown as to what was going on. So that's where that's at. April, Oleg, welcome in, Oleg. I remember the name, but I really don't remember what case. Says April. Marianne, April, remember the name, but really, Oleg, I'm not sure which name. And
I
it
don't know
could be
either.
that she just, and also you got to remember, so little smaller, I'm not going to say smaller communities, because that's about 100,000 people, if I'm not mistaken. That,
In Lexington?
yeah, right.
Let me find
I
out.
think it's about 100,000. I thought it was about 100,000. I could be wrong, but I thought it was quite a bit of people for considered a small town or a small city. And then the other thing is that in these type of areas, they're going to know why or who was taken, right? You're going to see the news, somebody was picked up, word's going to get out. And so she may have not really wanted to encounter really anybody other than the people that she saw at Planet Fitness who knew her very well. So it would make sense that, she was kind of like maybe staying to the outskirts, if you will, out of sight, out of mind type of deal.
300,000, 300 and something thousand.
300,000 people.
Yeah, about
Okay, so
$317.
it's not small at all.
No, it's big, but
I think it's big enough where you would say it's not small, but it's also big enough where, still word of mouth, especially in that area, because she seems like she hung around that area quite a bit.
Yeah.
So they're going to know her. So,
yep.
They're going to know that somebody was at an apartment complex in the area. And you know what I mean? It just word of mouth, everything gets out. So maybe she was just trying to stay out of the sight of people in general.
But what I surprised me about this area that we're looking at right now is if you look across the way, it's all rocky. Even in front of us, it's all woodies, branches, not a scratch on her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and now somebody was talking about this last night on a live for a few minutes, and they had brought up maybe somebody threw her off the bridge. But I said no, because they have video of her walking into the woods alone with nobody following in behind her at all.
That is true.
There's up to where she was found, above her and behind where she was is an intersection, and it has traffic cameras. So that's how they were able to see her walking into the woods by herself, and it was recording, so they never saw anybody go in after her. So, but yeah, I'm thinking, like you said before, maybe she sat down, laid down, whatever, and something happened.
And we, the conversation was never released. If you guys remember when she was in Planet Fitness before she headed that way, the conversation, they said that it was like she was normal, right? That she was, everything was like nothing seemed out of strange.
Yep.
But maybe to them, she didn't seem out of the anything. Maybe to them, she looked like normal, but maybe in her mind, that paranoia, that what are they thinking? This, that, and the other. We just don't know that. So, and that means a lot, because that could say, what caused her to say, if in fact she did, what would cause her to make any type of unrational decision, I guess is the best way to put it.
Right. And when you look at the picture of her when she was talking to them at Planet Fitness, I can't see it that great, but it looks like she's talking normal. She's like, and they see her all the time. But what else hasn't been spoke about from, hold on, let me get back here, because see this Wolf's Fitness Center? I never heard of anything like that, and that's where she was a personal trainer at.
Yes, I did hear that. I couldn't remember the name, but I did hear that was actually the place where she did all her personal training for people that she was a personal trainer for. Planet Fitness was just a place where she just went to work out.
But then why was she a member at Planet Fitness? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
You have your own place to work out. Why are you a member at Planet Fitness too? Unless Wolf's didn't have, but it's Wolf's Fitness Center, so they have everything. So
yeah,
that's
a good point. That's a good point.
Why are you working at one place, or maybe they don't let you work out there? I don't know. That would be stupid, but it just kind of stuck out to me too. It's like, why?
Well, there is personal trainers at Planet Fitness. Used to be a member there at one time.
Yeah.
There is personal trainers that are in there that actually work for Planet Fitness, and they will kind of schedule some. If you want help with like doing something or working out on some type of machine and you're not familiar with it, they'll set up a time where they'll actually work with you, and you could end up signing up with them and have them be your personal trainer. So they have that opportunity there, but maybe the people at the other place, at this Wolf place, maybe that was just a more like, it was only a certain amount, where Planet Fitness was like always busy. Maybe this other place was more, professional, I guess is a way to put it. Possible.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so much. Don't mind me scrolling. I'm looking for something, but I was looking for a picture of the thing. But I mean, that's it for the slideshow there. I just wanted to whatever I'm saying. I'm having all kinds of So you can kick my. Oh, wait a minute. All right, there we go. There we are. So, I just again, hands up. You can't do anything until we get this toxicology report back. This is the key to know, what was the big reason? What, was it drugs? Was it, I mean, I don't even know anymore what to say. He's still on my radar, but I don't know. I'm just looking. I was trying to read something else. So, any questions you guys have in the chat? Anybody, somebody? Ask a question.
Also, there's some other information about Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you have that or not, Chris.
I didn't dive too deep into him. I just know he was had his license pulled.
So literally, he had his certification license, literally pulled by the state.
Yep.
So he could not be a police officer anymore.
Nope.
And they did that. And you have to understand, in law enforcement, man, it takes a lot to pull someone's license, because it's a lot of work to get it. So the idea that they pulled his license, it was because he used to be a detective in narcotics, and he was involved in a case that put some people for dealing Molly. Okay, they were dealing Molly, and he put a person, some people that they worked on a drug case, literally. And this was what I was talking about the beginning, when he first met and was with Elena. Okay. On the 13th is when everything started going downhill, where he basically, in essence, lost his job. He was a detective. This girl was staying at a apartment, or a house room, if you will, for better lack of words, at the person who was there involved with this group dealing in this Molly stuff, the Molly drug. And the idea that that's how he got basically disciplined, and they ended up telling him he was going to, basically get fired, because he had went to a party on the 13th that dealt with one of the people's. Somebody invited him to go to a party, a Memorial Weekend party, and they invited him to go there. And it was a friend of another person, a friend of his that he invited him, that he went there. His friend was one of the guys that got arrested in that Molly deal. And he talked to they did internal investigations, AI investigations, internal affairs, and they went ahead and they asked him about it, and he said he did not know that that guy was going to be there. Now, because he was there and the guy that he had arrested in this drug case was there, it kind of made everything look really like, what are you doing? You know? And because of that, the department did a investigation on him. And before they could complete this internal affairs, he went ahead and quit so that he would not be charged with being fired. Now they still went ahead and basically said what he did wrong, and they charged him with something like, basically it would be like catch-22, right? It's like negligence or being involved with inappropriate conduct of an officer. And they stripped him of his thing because he was at this party where they had dealt a lot of Molly, where he had some people arrested. So basically, rather than going into the long thing, it's just that. That's when everything started going downhill. At the same time, that's when Elena, when they first met, that's when Elena was starting to climb the ladder to become a model, literally a model for a calendar. And that's what she was working hard for. So everything kind of where she was trying to climb up, he was actually starting to hit rock bottom. You know what I mean? And I'm sure that didn't sit well. That's probably also why he became a private investigator, because he had a friend who was a private investigator. He joined a law firm, and more of the story is that, yeah, that's when he started working in that. So there's a lot of stuff there on his end that would have made her life probably very, for the better lack of words, very difficult. You know what I mean? Very difficult to deal with because, like I said, she was doing well, climbing that ladder, and he was really hitting rock bottom. And that would play a big role in her life. Bible says Al 1985 and Gronsky. All opinions are respected. We wouldn't have conversation if we all agreed. Thank you.
Hey, you want to pop that up on the screen real quick?
Go ahead. Okay, right here. There it is.
So that is this one in the middle with the red. That is their house or apartment, actually. See all the cars? These are apartment buildings. 301 Harbor Heights Drive is where they lived at.
Where is there a wood line behind there that goes to the
It's a ways away though.
Okay, gotcha.
It's a ways away.
Okay.
So
I heard somebody mention that she was walking towards her apartment in the woods. So
you know what's funny? Hold on, Doug.
Gronsky says must have been miserable. Yeah, I mean, when you just got in a relationship with someone and you think everything is great, maybe because he was working in law enforcement, had a good job, the notoriety, the publicity, that you're with somebody, because it takes a lot to be in law enforcement. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but then all of a sudden to see him start to unwind and spiral downhill, and then she has to try to you know what I mean? I'm sure there was a lot of headaches during that whole beginning, and that was just the beginning of their relationship, And so it didn't have anything to do with anything more than that as far as being involved with that case. It was just that he was involved with that case, and it caused problems, without a doubt. So he ends up losing his job, and yeah, I mean, what do you do when you do that, right? It's not like you find another job real quick. You gotta really start thinking, oh, how am I gonna make it? And I'm sure there was people giving him advice, like his friend who used to work with him in law enforcement, to say, hey, this guy that used to work with him is also the guy that's doing the investigation, the private eye that was hired by the family and the friends, and according to some, by the husband to find out what happened.
Hey, Doug, I need a few minutes, okay?
Yeah, go
I'll be
ahead.
right back.
Go ahead. So that's where that's at. I never knew you could sign yourself out of a mental facility hospital. Yeah, you can, Bible. You can, as long as you're able to show that you are not any harm to yourself or to others. Because you got to remember, she wasn't put in there by authority or by for better lack of words, lack of confidence. She was put in there because she volunteered to go there to maybe get some help of whatever that help was. And so by volunteering to go in, you can come out. But now she was there for 7 days before she was released. She went there on the 4th, maybe towards the end of the 4th, and she stayed there till literally the 11th is when she got released. So that would kind of play in that, to be honest. She was apparently there on her own free will. Yes, without a doubt, El. She was there on her own free will. Bible says, okay, Bible, you can sign in and sign yourself. Yeah, it's only when you are forced to go there, whether it's by a judge, kind of like well, let's just say the Kalela incident here recently, right, where the judge sentenced him to go to get therapy, right, drug therapy. He had to go and check himself in, right? It's kind of like the same thing, except this is more on the mental issue, not so much the drug issue. But she asked for the help, and so they gave her to her. And they would give that to anybody who was probably in her state of mind, whatever that may have been. So the idea that now she's there, she stays there a week and says, okay, I'm done. And she can show them that she's better, right? It's kind of like that. She's out there and then now she's back to normal, not back to normal, but you know what I mean? She's back. She's back. Okay. She's functioning. She's thinking. But if you remember right, during that time is when she also goes missing. April, thank you, Marianne, for the gift. Appreciate you, Marianne. She was there for a while compared to how long folks stayed there. In general, short-term stay, without a doubt. Absolutely. And I think usually the standard is only a week for most places, unless they see that you're not, like I said, you would be a harm to yourself or to others, then they could keep you, extend your stay longer. But most of the time, you're figuring already in the first week what to say and what not to say to get out. Mental issues are hard to gauge, without a doubt. They are very hard to gauge. I mean, like I said, in law enforcement, I dealt with that a lot in law enforcement. Did a lot of transports, picked up a lot of people, had to take them to these facilities. And I tell you, they can be the worst of the worst, or it can be a very silent 2.5 hour ride. Either or, it's going to be a long haul, no doubt. Former psychiatrist, Groundsky, yes, they are former psychiatric rehabilitation worker. So it's just, once again, it just opens the eyes to what her state of mind could have been during that whole time. And if you remember the notes that she wrote on Instagram, it was pretty deep. If you guys all remember the notes that were written on Instagram, there was a lot of information there that she was writing where she was literally blaming somebody for everything that went wrong. And it sounded like it could have been her husband who she was talking about. We don't know that for a fact, but it seemed like it was. She was talking about somebody in a way where, I do not love you no more. I hate you. You did this to me. You caused me to be like this, yada, yada, yada. And she's writing all these things. And I think we showed that in one of our one of our lives that we did. It's what I did until I go. It's what I did until I got too sick. Missed that work, says L. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work. Kudos to them who can do that work, because you have to have a lot of patience and you have to really know how to navigate through all them situations, without a doubt. L says, yeah, the Instagram post definitely pointed towards some pretty severe depression. It did. Absolutely. Very serious depression. And it did seem like it was, for better lack of worse, her other half, her husband. And that could have been from the beginning when they first met. It was a tumble ride all the way through. I mean, if you think about it, when they first met, he had a good job. I think how we would be if you were with somebody. They had a really good job. They were a detective in narcotics. You don't just come into the police department and become a detective. You got to work your years in, right? Now, he had 14 years of law enforcement, but you got to work your years in to get to that point of having that opportunity to put in for that job and get that job as a detective in narcotics. So from the first moment they met, it wasn't that long right after that his security blanket, if you will, the job that he had, the security that he had, started to go downhill when she was going uphill, rising. And so, yeah, that could have caused a lot of conflict, without a doubt. Especially if she was the girl that he was talking about. They never mentioned the name, that his girlfriend, which I'm assuming it was probably her, but she lived there, so he must have met her somewhere in that world, if you will, because you got to remember, whoever his girlfriend was at that time, she was living in a room, rented out a room from the individual who was dealing in Mali. You can't make it up. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So so she's in there. She's renting a room from someone who's involved in that whole drug trafficking, or whatever you want to call it. It makes you wonder, what was she involved back then? It was she involved? I mean, she was renting a room from somebody who was a part of that. And that's been reported. Annie Bruno's in the house. Good to see you, Annie. April, a lot of people know what to say to get out, but she was there voluntarily. That's a good point. No doubt about it, without a doubt. Yeah, but you're here, Annie. That's all that matters. So that's really where the crux of it is. If you want to see a spiral situation, that would make sense why they would have had a situation where things would have spiraled downhill. You know what I mean? You would have known that, how you could see that chaos building, that friction. I met you. You were a cop. You were a cop for a while. Everything looked good, and then everything started going south. Now you don't even have a job. I'm trying to get to this level, and you're down here now. You know what I mean? And there had to be a lot of stress, frustration, anger, all across the board. So that's very, very possible.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
Really,
Chris is back.
life. Yeah. So, who's Nolan Wells? Do you know Nolan Wells?
Nolan Wells. Well, that's not the private investigator.
On Island and missing person. It's a missing person, but the body was found.
Nolan Wells?
Yeah, just.
Oh, is that the guy that from the babysitter?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. I don't know. It just flashed on my screen from somebody.
And the little girl that went missing, the 11-year-old?
Maybe. Let me see.
Wells. And he said, I saw that today.
Body found on Horn Island in search for Nolan Xavier Wells. It's 18-year-old kid, guy, whatever. Family identifies body found on Horn Island. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even Jackson County, Mississippi. I didn't even hear of it. So
Nolan Wells. No, it don't even sound familiar.
see how much stuff you miss. There's
Yeah.
just missing people everywhere. They're everywhere. So he was found on the island, and it looks like the island's in the middle of
Swamp.
no. Lettering of theft was Saturday, July 4th, around 3 p.m. on Horn Island.
Oh, just recently.
Yeah, they were found yesterday. Yeah,
Oh,
pop that
wow.
up on the screen.
Let's see.
That's Horn Island.
Horn Island?
Yeah, I put it in my screen.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, you can just pop it
Oh,
up.
there it is. Okay, yeah, I see it now.
It's in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, wow.
And they found him on it, dead.
On the island itself.
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, yeah, if he was lost off of a boat, you could wash up on there, but it's kind of odd. I'm just trying
I
to
would
read.
say so for sure. For sure. Damn, it looks like no man's land.
I know, right? Like, I mean, it looks like way out. I mean, the beach could be over, over here somewhere behind, but yeah, that's sad. Gulf Islands. Yeah, see who was searching? Here's one 18-year-old kid missing, and the Cajun Navy's out there, the Coast Guard. That's a normal search. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and I mean, you even go to these small areas. I've read a lot of small areas, smaller communities that they'll have people out there searching like that, big groups, organizations, but not in that other case. No.
No. I mean, I know we're not talking about that, but these are the cases that prove what is usually done.
Well, sure. There's a set standard, and when that standard is broken, then it becomes really difficult to understand why. When everybody else, well, I say everybody, when a lot of others are doing something different, you're going against the grain, and then you want people to understand why you're not searching, and it don't make any sense.
It's like, this proves it, and then what's her face, the little girl missing in South Carolina.
South Carolina, yes.
They had, like I told you the other day, I said they had the state police, the local police, the sheriffs, they had the freaking Coast Guard was out there, they had the Border Patrol was out there, they had the mountain rescue team. I mean, they called out everybody. The neighborhood people were out searching, right? They put together a search party. This is normal life. This is how we do things. So it's this other stuff is what blows my mind.
Right. L says found by park rangers this morning, and I hadn't heard about this case till now.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
I'm gonna do a show tomorrow, and it's gonna be about the gun violence and mass shootings this year. I think it's going to be eye-opening to some people. It's
Sounds interesting.
Just over the weekend, just this past weekend was horrific.
Wow.
And nobody knows about it because you don't hear about it unless you're doing what we do. Right. Search the news all day and all night long. And, I have apps on my phone where I get breaking news from every state that, there was this, there was that, there was that. Plus I got people calling me, hey, did you see this? Did you hear that? So my phone is texting, ringing. It's
right
off the hook. But this weekend alone was a deadly, deadly weekend. Last night in Chicago. So, yeah, So tomorrow's going to be. I got some work to do tonight, but yeah,
Gotcha.
tomorrow's going to be eye opening for a lot of people. I didn't even realize how much there was, but I'm saying luckily there was only one place that was either a school or a university, which is, for me, that's good because usually that's where it's been happening,
Right.
but not this year. There's only been one. So yeah,
April says, until the moves of Elena are explained before her disappearance, I'm not going to accept suicide unless toxology proves it. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be hard
you
for
can't even
them.
you
I
can't
mean,
even
because
prove that, can you?
well, you can if it's the right tools that are used. Like if there was a pew pew that was used, there's ways to check for
Right.
residue and all this other kind of stuff. Um,
Now, if she overdosed on the prescribed medication,
that would be you would almost have for something like that. You would almost have to have literally either an eyewitness or someone that knew somebody who put that, like for example, for better lack of
yeah,
words, into her drink or something.
right. Because if
Short
not,
of
it would
that,
be
it's hard to prove
right.
an unaliving to yourself.
It would be an accidental overdose.
Absolutely.
So,
It,
and if that's how it comes back, we'll never know.
yeah, this case is really like, well, of course, like the other case, like
It
Nancy's
is.
case, you really don't know what's going to be found and what is going to be really like they asked me before, and I apologize for jumping to the Nancy Guthrie case,
Yeah, but we're done with that.
but it's like the idea that open chat now, everybody, just to let you know, open chat. If you guys want to, unless you guys got questions about what we just talked about, we can stay on that as well. But the idea that was asked by a lot of people about, do you think this is going to get solved? And I would always say, there's no doubt that the FBI has information. They're just not releasing. But the more I'm thinking about it, and the more after this morning's live, I'm thinking, man, I can't even say that no more, because if I believe what I believe happened, as far as what was done with her remains of her body, I don't think they're ever going to solve that unless somebody gives a name up.
So
if that somebody gives a name up, that's going to send everybody to jail.
Right. So I've heard something from a reliable source.
Okay.
I can't mention any names. I got to be careful. But he said that he was told by a reliable source that Colella turned. So they're kind of saying that he is being an informant for the FBI for this case.
Yes.
But again, it's a reliable source that heard from his reliable source. But you can only take that with a grain of salt. But that wouldn't surprise me.
No, I mean, I've said it. I've said it from the beginning. I mean, when he first pled at first, when we were covering that, I thought, it was exciting because it was just new information,
right?
But the more I thought about it, the more I said, this thing, we had a chat, we had a live about it.
Yep.
It didn't mean anything. It meant nothing in the grand scheme of things, because they don't publicize when they're doing this kind of work.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so for sure, and that could be why they put him in that
right, exactly,
cleanout place, or whatever you want to call it.
Because I was thinking, a few days ago, I was like, this camera's driving me crazy. I was thinking to myself, well, listen, if it's me and I don't know A&T at all, right? And I tried to scam some money. Did he think he was gonna see jail time if he got caught? Or did he think, well, you know what, if I just plead guilty, they'll push me through real quick. Maybe I'll get, whatever. So I was thinking, maybe he's just pleading guilty just to get it over with, and he feels that he's not going to get any jail time, and he thinks probation, I'm good to go. See you later. Have a good day. I don't know that you're looking at jail time. See, I don't know. I don't know about the whole, that whole ransom type stuff, and but he's got weight on him already though for what he did in California. And so then, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm listening to everybody. So I took that one and I was thinking on that. I'm like, maybe. But then, you start listening to everybody and you start seeing things and you start digging into him and you're like, oh, it looks like this is a trend with him. So then I'm like, all right, well, he's probably not going to say, let's plead guilty because I'm already in trouble with this. So they're probably going to put me away. So that's what changed my mind to maybe he did turn and that was his deal. I'll take 15 years probation, whatever.
Yeah. Well, and you got to also remember, they know, look, I would be lying if I didn't say that he is probably more likely is going to break probation within 5 years.
So. Yeah, I would think so.
So because all you have to do is look at the track history of the record. And the idea that he would be a good candidate for someone to try to get that information if he hasn't.
Yep.
Use that information and then still tell yourself in the back of your mind, because even though he does this, he's getting this light of sentence, but he's still going to probably end up screwing up. So he's going to be right back in there anyway. That type of mentality, if you will. I could see that.
Probably will be. I mean, his drug of choice is the toughest drug to get off of these days.
Was that fentanyl?
Meth?
Yeah.
So
yeah, the meth is it's one of those ones that you can live today, be gone tomorrow.
Yeah, it's
quick.
You're just taking a chance.
Yeah, because you don't know what the heck they're cutting it up with.
And that could be fantastic. It could be bleach. It could be, whatever.
Yeah, any cleaning product you might have.
Yep, and that's why.
Al says, I've been saying for a while, though, that the card written by A was very similar written to the second ransomware, without a doubt. I mean, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I personally can't ignore that without a doubt. The more I looked at it and the more we talked about the live this morning, the more I really realized too that they go together so well. The second note and that card that Annie put at that shrine, they just seem to fit that type of rhetoric, that type of how somebody would talk or write. It just seems like it fit to me. And I agree with that, El, wholeheartedly. KB says, yes, let's get him in treatment, cleans the body and the soul. Yeah, if that can happen, more power to it, no doubt about it, KB. Gronsky, I heard something about a cousin over the weekend in Nancy's case. A cousin.
That was on the live the other night with Alex. I was on
okay.
The panel. A lot of the mods were there too, but I mean, he brought up the guy's he was a little out there, but he brought up some stuff that made sense, but I don't know that I believe him too much, but yeah, the supposedly cousins of the family flew in the night before she went missing.
Oh,
and the whole thing about it came up to be about money. And yeah, there was so much that he brought up. I mean, he talked straight for about, it had to be 45 minutes, just talking straight, and people were getting aggravated, and everybody's like texting me and sending me on chat, get on there and get rid of this guy, get on there and deflect them. So trying to get onto Alex, but some of the stuff he said was eye opening. But I couldn't vet any of the information, so
Right.
but a lot of people seem to believe him. So, and so I think somebody also, Annie Bruno was there, and I believe that somebody else agreed that Cousins came in for some reason, but you would have thought we would have heard about that too.
Right.
But it is what it is. So
well, it's okay to have different views.
Yeah.
It's okay to have different opinions and different theories. None of that, that's all good because it kind of makes you think outside your box. So that's a good thing. The only problem is when it becomes more like adamant that this is it, when it's really a stretch,
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, I've been there, so I'm not saying anything out of anything other than saying I've been there, where you think something may be this, but you got to be willing to go back and say, you know what, I think I got it wrong. I think it's actually this because of this. There has to be something to get you to see, and that's why I'm a firm believer in always going back again, redoing the case over, go back again. I'm not talking about law enforcement generally, okay? I'm talking about just your average Joe or your average Jane going back and looking at all the information from this point to this point and going back and do it again, because by the time you got to this point the last time, things have changed. Information has come out, and now you're going back, and now things start making sense, and you keep doing that as much as you have to. And that's how you come across a lot of things, in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed. And Terry was a cousin. Yeah, that was the name. However, all sources I have found have said Terry lives and has lived in Tucson.
Okay. I heard it was Missouri, but now it's Tucson.
I don't know. So this guy, I mean, he was all over the place. He was offering up to pay money and, come here, get arrested, go to jail, pay money. He was willing to pay $5,000 for Nanos to give the YouTuber guys an interview. I think a lot of people were on it and like, oh, this is great. I was just kind of calling out bull, but who am I? He said he's big time, his friends and all this stuff. I don't know. I think he was just a clown, but who am I?
Very well could have been. April says her friend said she feared for her life, Elena, and did an interview to get that out. The friend knows something about the marriage, in my opinion, because she did state they were having marriage problems, and she did state they were separated.
Yep, and this is where I have a problem.
Yeah. No report till next day after 6 days later found near her home. Yeah. I mean, that's well said.
Yeah, and my problem with that is that her friend dropped the ball. At that luncheon when she said that, you drag her out and you ask her, hey, let's go. What's going on? What's the problem? What do we got to do? You don't let her walk away. You drop the ball.
Yeah, so, I mean, and it's that thing, hindsight 2020, it's you think about it afterwards and you realize like, oh, maybe it wasn't. But yeah, you're right. I mean, to a certain extent, if it's a friend of that long, I mean, you know what I mean? If it's a friend of that long, definitely you're going to want to go like, hey, what's going on? If anything to say, am I in the line of fire? What's going on?
Yeah, right.
I mean, but yeah, that's it's a fair question, because if I'm hanging out with you all the time and you're getting in the line of fire, I want to know how that affects me, So, but that would be good to it should have been asked, hey, let's go outside for a minute. I need to ask you something. Oh yeah, sure. And then bring that up, Yeah,
I would have I wouldn't have taken no for an answer. I'd have been like,
that's well said, April. Well said.
So
Oleg says cannot find any cousin with the name in Nancy and Charles's family. I think he's talking about Carrie. Cannot
That's
find any cousin with the name in Nancy or Charles's family, says Oleg.
a lot of people said that they couldn't find anything, but I mean, who at this point, who the hell knows?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can, yeah. And he says, yeah, he never shut up.
Yeah, no, I mean, he went on for ever, and then he would end it, and you would be like, "Oh, thank God!" And then bang, right into another whole story.
You sure it wasn't Richard Nolette?
No, it wasn't Richard. Definitely not Richard. But I know somebody back here said, "Yeah, Groundsky said I'm still with LD." You know, until you know you hear something about that whole thing, then yeah, of course, he's still.
That guy's been on my top of my list from day one. Literally, I say day one, day 3, day 4.
Yep.
Before anybody had an idea of anything, I've always said he was definitely. It would have to show me a lot of the questions that I had about his whereabouts and his vehicles and his comments and his interview and a lot of other things. They would have to be answered before I could literally like look at that and go, okay, that's just all a coincidence.
Yeah, well, I mean, Colella is still he's still in my eyes. He's still on my list, you know, just because he was given probation and, you know, who knows the situation. If he did turn, then, then, hey, you are right involved with it too. Right. You know, I mean, because if you're not involved with it and all you did is what he did, you wouldn't be turning because you don't have anything to give. I mean, if you look at the plea, the conviction for harassment using telecommunication device carries a maximum penalty of 2 years in prison, a $250,000 fine, or both.
Right.
Excuse me, and a 1 year of supervised release. That's a lot, just the money alone. And obviously, he ain't got 250,000.
No, and they could have made him an example. Yeah,
exactly. So I mean, with him, there's there's a few possibilities, right? You know, 1, he turned. 2, he lucked the hell out.
Yeah. Or
3, he took the plea deal just to get the probation. Or he just lucked out all in all. But, you know, the other one, LD, there's some stuff that I had questions about because, people were like, no, it was not. So you remember the blue car driving down the street with the lady yelling out the window and stuff like that. Well, that was a blue Malibu, and he had a blue Charger. But who told us that?
Well, even then, to me, it didn't matter. It's in the middle of the night.
Right.
It's dark. You think you can't get a Malibu from a Charger? I can. If I'm looking at it and I can't, make out, I'm going to say, yeah, it looks like a Malibu, but it's probably really a Charger or vice versa.
But and here goes the other questions. Like, but who's telling us it was a blue Malibu? The police.
Well, true. That is true. That is true. That's a fair point.
Just go on. They could tell us, yeah, it was a red.
That is a very fair point.
So, and then his car is crashed. But I thought somebody in the chat one day said it was crashed before or whatever. I don't remember, but I still have questions about that. The color's the same.
Yeah.
The same night that Nancy went missing, and there's this lady out the window yelling down the street. It's just like, what?
It just doesn't make sense. It's all a coincidence. Everything in the freaking case is a coincidence.
Just like the helicopter.
You know what I mean? Yeah, with the lady.
84-year-old lady in it. And no, that didn't happen. That was fake. Bull. Because nobody made that up. I mean, it was on the scanner. Nobody made that up.
Well, the call that came in about the lady yelling,
Yep.
That was reported on 911.
Yep.
So they had that.
Yeah,
So we
hanging
know
out
it
the window,
happened.
screaming. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I think like I said that he's always been my one DCA or DCT and LD has been my number 2. Somewhere in
Yep.
that puzzle they fit. I just don't know where they fit. And then I've always assumed there was a female involved. Always. I always assumed there was 3 to 4 people involved in this. 3 to 4 people I always said. And I always felt like that one of them was a woman. And that could very well go to A in the family, or it could very well go to KD, who also got a lighter sentence, a plea deal. Okay. And she was, for a better lack of words, the other girl on the side of LD, his girlfriend at one time.
Yeah. And, I mean, this is, what gets me is, he had the goatee and he shaved it.
Yeah.
Why? Right? I mean, if I could put a mask, I mean, I don't know, but if I could put a mask over this, right? I just dropped it into the thing. If we could paint the mask on there, I mean, the eyes. And see, I can't. Whoops. I wish I could. Well, maybe I can here. Remember did you watch the Monk's Intrigue? Did you watch him?
Yeah.
Remember when? Yeah, see, it's kicking me to the fucking curb. You remember when he? It's tossing me out. He said the little indent on the side of his nose.
Yep.
Well, I can't get it to fucking play. See, he almost has that. You can almost
look at this
see
one
it.
right here. Look at this one right here.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, right. So I think that's the best because it keeps. Oh, there he is. See it right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Right there. See the little indent?
Yep.
And that's what he was talking about. And look at the ears. The ears is the same thing that Monk did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, like everybody said, if he had put mascara on to cover up some eye or any cover up makeup or anything, I mean, really. And he has the flat face, right? The flat cheeks. He doesn't have I guess this. He doesn't have like all this, right?
Okay.
It's just kind of, yeah. I mean, I would love to be able to put a mask on him just to see. And I'm sure the FBI has, because they can do that shit. Their artist people can just draw the mask on there,
Yeah, no doubt.
So I mean, I would love to be able to just see that. Like that would be something. But I mean, look at this poor lady. It's such a sad thing.
It really
and now
is.
You got Annie. Elena is missing. I mean, unalived, and it's crazy. And it's like, why did they go to his house with the SWAT team? Because his phone pinged in the area? I'm not thinking you're going there with the SWAT team, right? I mean, wouldn't you just send like a couple of uniforms over there to be like, hey, you sent the whole SWAT team?
Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, usually that's, he's got a gun, or, he ran from us. You usually don't just send the SWAT team. But I guess if they thought he was the kidnapper and had Nancy with him or something, then that may change. But I'm like, just kind of odd. And they got him when he was with his mother. I wonder if they thought he was with Nancy in the car.
Well, That's
they pulled him over.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
hey,
For
there's an
sure.
older lady in there with him. You know, it's just there's no answers again for either of our two cases here, and I need a goddamn toxicology report. I mean, and that could end up turning up nothing for us.
Absolutely.
This may go as an unsolved case, just because she overdosed or whatever. We can't prove that. It could have just been accidental, and that's what they put down on the certificate, and that case is closed.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks. What is this? See you later with this lady. Fuck it. I can't stand her.
April says, I agree with friend's statement. Instagram post equals there were issues in the marriage, in my opinion. L says Terry was a cousin. However, all sources have said Terry has lived in Tucson. Gronsky says, I am still with LD in the Nancy case. Gronsky says, the good dark.
Yep.
L says, everything I found in research says Tucson. But who knows? Says Tucson. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say Tucson. Oleg, I have found Terry. She is now a Pritchard. Yeah, they said that last night. I remember that. L says, me too, Oleg, and has a son named Joseph Pritchard. L. Oleg says she is Charles' niece. Interesting. Gronsky, glad I missed Dan. Any family, my thoughts. April, I have not much more to say about Nancy's cover-up, family involved, and their friends. I kind of feel like you do, April. I really do. I really, truly do. I think this is more home than well, I mean, I'd say home. It's a little bit of both, home and people that knew, kind of exactly what you said. Annie April Wright, Gronsky says LD and the mom, she knows much more. Look, I'm telling you, I think the mom knows a hell of a lot more. I really do. I think LD's mom, Mary, knows a lot more, in my opinion.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
She plays that like, oh, I don't know what's going on. What day is it? What time is it? And yeah, she could probably tell you what they did and who did what, in my opinion, because she's got that, I don't know, it's that deceiving look, I think, in my opinion. KB, there's been quite a few people that said the had info and tried to report it and couldn't get through. Now, I believe that, no doubt, especially at the Pima County Sheriff's Office and the FBI for that matter. Al says, KB, true, have heard that a lot as well. KB, oh, Nancy's thinking of planning unaliving with ransom noise as a distraction. It's possible. But Nano said they don't ignore any information and listen and look into every tip. How is that even possible?
There was a report like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago that there was still like 2,000 tips they haven't even looked at yet. I think they got upwards of like 30,000 tips.
Jesus.
I mean, there's no possible way they've looked at everything.
No.
But I mean, I know what Chris Nanos is, but I still have a hard time thinking that he's involved. I really do. Yeah. I think he screwed the pooch, but I'm still trying to put it to where he's involved and why would he be involved. And I know he's crooked, but that doesn't mean he's going to put his, I just don't know. I'm having a hard time putting those.
Sure. I agree with that. April says, T and Luke are neighbors. Luke and his mom says, who is Nancy? That I found so ironic. Well said, April. That I found so ironic. When they talked to, when Brittany Whitney talked to the crime reporter from Tucson, talked to Luke and his mom, they both had the similar things. Neither one knew Nancy. They both lived next to Nancy or close to Nancy for 7 years, and none of them knew them. None of them knew her. And then to come find out when Mary comes back, she's telling Brittany Whitney that, yeah, that's Savannah Guthrie, yeah, that's Nancy's mother, or that's Nancy's daughter, like which one is it? Did you know him or you didn't know him? Like what the hell? I mean, there was so many inconsistencies and so many contradictions in their comments that it gave, man. I mean, Ray Charles could have seen it plain as day.
Man,
Ole, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, when I look at this picture, right in the tan,
Yep.
man, that face looks like it, man.
I'm telling you, I agree. I know they say he's
The eyes.
Now they're saying that the Porsche guy is 6'9".
6'9".
That's what somebody was saying. That you remember, guys? Somebody was saying that he's 6'9" now.
6'9".
6'9".
That's almost 7 feet.
That's like
tall.
Shaq
No
and
way.
Shaquille O'Neal.
No way. It's taller than Shaquille. No way.
Shaquille's 7'1".
Yeah, I know.
But you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
No
I'm
way.
like, I thought that's way too tall. I thought he was like 5'9", 5'10", maybe 5'11" at most. 6'9". Whew.
No way.
April T and look, neighbors look at his mom. Who is Nancy Ole? The couple came forward, was a domestic. It was a domestic. I never heard of that couple coming forward, Ole. Where did you find that at? I really want to know.
For what?
I think that was the lady that was in the car screaming for help. Oleg said the couple came forward and it was a domestic. I just never heard of that, but please let me know where you got that from. I would love to see it.
I heard of something like that, but I've only heard of it through the police. So that's why I was like, yeah, whichever.
Well, yeah, that's what the cops said. That's what Nano said, that I heard Nano say it wasn't, that it had nothing to do with Nancy, but that's all I heard. I never heard that part, and I would love to see that just to ease my mind. KB Savannah said she wouldn't stop looking. Also, how is that possible? Yeah, I mean, I don't think they ever really started, to be honest. Gronsky, Guthrie family, share friends, cover up. It makes sense to me. I mean, it really does make sense to me. April, laughing out loud. Yeah, not believable in my opinion. Annie, yeah, look at the eyes in the mask. Look at the eyes in the mask. The one you had earlier with the eyes in the mask.
I'm going to bring up what the hell is this? Okay.
KB says, yep, Gronsky, I'm thinking Ellie maybe, or Nanos, maybe not the family. It's very possible. Marianne says Luke Daly and Annie live a couple of miles away.
Yeah, they're only Luke Daly. Yeah, he's 2 miles from Nancy's.
Yeah,
he's close. I mean, that would so look at him. I mean, I don't know if he's guilty or not, but that would explain him pinging in the area. I mean, he lives 2 miles away, so I mean, he would, okay, great. I mean, you can't hang him for that, but shit, it's him, man.
But look, remember they said pinging 2 miles away.
Yep.
Man, what did he tell the cops at Culver's? He said, I didn't have my phone with me. It was at my house the whole time. Well, of course he's going to ping at his house. Of course he's going to say that. I mean, it's possible, right?
Yeah.
If he's saying it's at his house the whole time and they're getting pings, well, yeah, it's in the area.
Yep.
Right?
Of course.
I've never seen him. Marianne, they are closer to Annie, not Nancy. Marianne, they are closer to Annie, not Nancy, says April. Marianne says, okay, Google lied. Google's a big liar. No doubt about it. Never trusted Google. April, some neighborhood. Gronsky, yep, Luke and Annie live close by one another. LD looks like the perp for sure, says L. Marianne, I just Googled it. KB, if the glove fits, you must have quit. If the glove doesn't fit, remember that?
Oh yeah.
If the glove
Still
if the
can't
glove-
believe that one.
If the glove doesn't, yeah, no doubt. I think a tip from Kayla, who was in the court that day before. I agree with that. Yeah, that's not by accident, folks. Kayla gets taken in on the 11th. They serve a warrant, a search warrant for Luke and his mom the very next day.
And why the mom?
Yeah, the
Because
house.
I think she was on the warrant too.
Yeah, she was because they had to go to the house.
Oh well, yeah.
That was
owns it.
crazy. That night, I did watch that. He lied during the interview. He did too. LD did. He knows K. Marianne streamer showed close. They were. Gronsky SWAT is a little over the top and costs lots of money what they tip from KD, without a doubt. Marianne says 2 miles. Gronsky, I believe they just want to bury the case. Hal says, Gronsky, they wanted to disappear. Everything that's been said and done over the last few months point that way, in my opinion. Sheriff Nanos is a crook for sure, says Gronsky. Oleg, no, that was a mistake. Hal says, no porch guy is 5'9". I think it was a mistake. Yeah, because they said 6'9". I was like, there's no way.
No.
Gronsky said 6'9", no way. Who was the one that said that yesterday, everybody? Someone said yesterday he was 6'9". I thought there ain't no way in hell. The scanner said DV and not Nancy related later. That is true. What did streamers say next door? Oleg, how do we know that the perp looks like? It's just the shape of the face, the eyes, the structure, how that mask fit around his face, his nose, the eyebrows. It was in live chat. I can't remember who. I'm not sure if it was Paula or not, but it was somebody said that. I don't know who. April, JRR interviewed the neighbor on the other side of the Luke and Annie on the other side. I think Brenda said, yeah, somebody said 6'9" was a print on a Facebook poster, or a FBI poster. Said it was 6'9". Go figure, the FBI would get it wrong. The ones who put it out. Hell, maybe a misprint. Gronsky sheriff always says not related, or he doesn't give an answer. Yeah, that's definitely going to be. I tell you, I thought it was the same face, but then you look at the guy. Remember the guy that was just down the street, about what is it, a 0.5 of a mile or something, where he was trying to get into that back fence and he had that double backpack.
Oh no, that was farther away. That was like 5 miles away.
Okay, in the same
same area.
So this guy has the double backpack.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to get into the back of the fence.
And that would let me jump in there because I battled with people. What he was doing is what I believe is he was trying to reach over the fence and unlock the gate.
Yes.
So he could go through.
Yep.
And he couldn't get it for some reason.
And then the cops came.
And he left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but in that picture, let me get that video up.
Go ahead.
In that video, you see the white Kia Soul in the back.
Yes, in the back. That was put out by Doug Northport live.
Yep.
Doug Northport going live with Doug Northport. Mm-hmm. Yes, that was put in there. I remember that when I first saw that, I was like, "Holy shit!" He expanded the view.
Now this is that is the perfect picture. Put your fingers across the bridge of the nose and just above his eyebrows. Those are the fucking eyes. Those are the eyes. And that little. I know you guys in the chat are having a hard time seeing it because I can't zoom it anymore. But that doesn't look like the guy though, and that's him. But that's insane. You can just see it.
Yeah.
But let me see if I can find.
It does.
Let me see if.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Al says Sheriff Nanos And his word says a lot, but really says nothing. No doubt. Saucy. L. Hi, Saucy. Marianne. JLR interviewed Luke's neighbor and his friends at A&T. The neighbors, Gronsky. Are the jammers still in play? I haven't heard anybody talk about that lately, Gronsky, about the jammers. I really haven't.
I don't know about that, but I mean, could be.
I mean, yeah, very possible. It was brought up, but I don't know if that was a stretch or not. I mean, I really don't know. I missed that somehow, Marianne. I know A&T neighbor, but I missed that interview. And he says, have to get my glasses. All right, here's the video that Chris has put up.
Oh. This is okay. See? There's the gate right there.
Show it again, please.
Well, I'm hoping.
Tim.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, so hold on. Now, right there, when he turned around, he took the bite light out of his mouth.
Yeah, I agree.
He did.
I totally agree. He had a bite light in his mouth.
Yep, he did. So right there, he just took the bite light. You can just see his hand in front of his face. He just took it out of his mouth. Right there.
And look where he goes. Right back there.
Right back over this way in the back.
And that's where the car's at.
Yep.
The white Kia Soul is back there.
Yep.
And that was a white Kia Soul that they saw hauling ass.
Maybe. Yeah, and you gotta, in order to see the white Kia Soul, you have to really clean it up.
Yeah.
The picture.
But what he
did.
did, but what Doug Northport Gone Live, if you look at his video, he talks about that.
Yep.
Doug going live, and he actually brings it out. He expands it, and you can actually see the white Kia Soul there. I don't know if that's the same one, but it would make sense to me.
See,
that
remember when they
coincidence?
Yeah, remember when they kept asking, "Oh, why didn't they take the mat, the front door mat?"
Yeah,
maybe they say. So if you look, so these guys obviously they're setting up the tent that day. But if you look in the background, the tall guy with the beard, and then this guy, now they're looking down at the mat. See, he's looking down. This guy just looked down at the mat. I'm thinking that's what they did here. I'm thinking they put the tent up to make it dark, Lumenthal the mat, and look to see if there was any evidence on the mat. That's what I think.
It's possible.
I don't think they said, you know what, let's grab this whole entire mat and bring it in. I think they did it all right there on the spot. But who knows? See, it's all covered, so that's the height board. So,
yeah,
I would love to see how that works. Like, you know, like do they? I think they look at the picture and they measure from the ground up to where his head was in the picture, and then they use that board. So it's weird.
I'll give you some money.
Marion says, I agree with Chris on the mat. Gronsky, I agree. L, bad reception. Gronsky says, same top and bite light and the Kia car. I agree. That's that one you showed earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Totally agree. Once again, all these things are happening simultaneously as Nancy is being abducted. Think about that.
Yeah,
Everything we just showed there, right there,
it is.
it's all going on. And we're going to say all that is a coincidence.
Yeah.
I'm saying one of those things is the actual suspect, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I think it has to be. I don't think there's a.
That you couldn't get that. You'd win the lottery if you could go ahead and pick those numbers.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring something else up because it, to me, say what? The hell? I got to grab another picture from somewhere in this mess of stuff here. I think, anyways. It's all my a Black Friday sale. Sweet. I don't even know what the fuck that's there for. Where is my stuff? Wait a minute. Sorry, man. I'm trying to. Oh, upload and nothing. All right, I'll have to look somewhere else. But, yeah. Let's see what else they say. Where is it? Hmm.
Did you find what you're looking for?
No, of course not. Why would I? Why would I? I need it now, but why would I find it? Nope. 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 And nope. Ooh, I think I found it. I did. So I want to show that again. Hold on 1 second because I want you guys to see this. Now, if we go, all right. So that the picture that you see right here, see the driveway on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. hold
Where
on.
Nancy's?
Rid of that. Yeah. So the driveway at the end right here,
Mm-hmm.
this side, right across from this vehicle here.
Opposite
Now-
side of the flower thing.
Yeah. Can you see my purple pointer on there?
Oh, okay. I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right there. I got
I
to make
see
it
it.
bigger when I do this. So this side of the driveway, right here, I want you to focus right here on this little corner here,
Okay.
right at the end of her driveway and the street. Because the
Okay.
next picture that I'm going to show you. So, okay. Well, hold on 1 second. I got to get rid of this. I got to get rid of this. And then I'm going to add this. And all right, pop that one up.
Okay. There it is, everybody.
Okay. Now, I've battled with people on this forever. See my red circle?
Mm-hmm.
What do you see inside the red circle?
Honestly, I can't really tell, to be honest.
It's a car.
Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah.
You see it?
Right there.
See that?
Right there. Yep, right there.
See the wheel, the rim, the headlight,
Yep, right there.
the fender?
Yep. Right
Okay.
there.
See my blue mark, my blue arrow on the other side?
Yeah.
Over behind the guy? That's where the car is. That's the end of the driveway that I just showed you. Because you go out her door and you go to the right. The in part of the driveway is way over on this side. So that car is at the end of the driveway where those trees and stuff are, stopped, parked there. So it's in the driveway.
Right there.
Yeah, as long as this picture and shit is legitimate from her camera, there's a car at the end of the driveway. I mean, it's right there. You can see
that,
it,
and it does look like a car.
Yeah,
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me hours to get to be able to even see that. I had to clean this, lighten it, darken it, move. I mean, I did everything possible. It's a freaking vehicle. And it's on that side of the driveway, right behind where this guy is standing. Because out here, there's the driveway right there. And then it goes down right to there. And that is where the car is. So it's there. So it's not across the street because there's no cars pointing this way across the street. It's at the end of the driveway. So it took, I mean, some people tell me, oh, no, you're crazy. That's a freaking car right there.
No, that looks like a car to me.
Yeah, you can
right
see
there.
it.
There's the tire. There's one tire right here. And there's one tire back here. And there's the front.
Yeah, you can see the front headlight, the side marker, the front headlight, and then you can see the fender right above the tire. You can see the fender wheel. You can't say that's not a car. I mean,
that looks like a car to me. In all honesty, it does.
And it's there. So it can't be parked on the road because Oleg, it can't be parked on the road because it's pointing into her driveway. I mean, it could be parked on the road, but it's pointing into her driveway, just at the end. So I fought with everybody on this. I'm like, dude, it is a car. It's there. Because everybody says, where's the car? Well, there it is. It's right there. Nobody would believe me. Even JLR wouldn't believe me. I'm like, I had it on him. I was on him with live. I'm like, JLR, how can you not say that's not a car? So anyways, there was a car there. If this is all legit, there was a car parked there. Whether it's, half on the street and half in her driveway or just, whatever, it's there. So that could be what we were missing, or that could be the missing piece to the puzzle. And I have not seen any media, big time media, or I haven't seen any police report on that at all. So, I mean, there's different things.
No, it does look like a car right there. Right where I got my cursor on.
Yep.
Right there.
Yeah, it's definitely a car. I mean,
that's something you asked me earlier. Like I said, I can't really see it, but no, I see it now. Yeah. I see the outers of it.
And it's just
right there's the top, and right there's the side.
Yeah, it's
looks like a car to me. I don't know how anybody could argue that one.
I know.
Just by looking at it right here.
I know. And finally, I have people in the chat that agree. Wow.
It does look like a car to me.
And then the other reason you can tell is because in the picture with the guy next to my blue arrow pointing down to where the car is, because you can just in that picture behind the guy, just below my blue arrow, you can just make out the clear.
Where's the blue arrow again? Where's the blue arrow?
See the on the doorway behind the guy.
Right here's the guy.
It's just above, just underneath the rounded top of the door. You can just see it. I don't know why I use dark blue.
Okay. See my cursor?
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Why is that still there? Hold on. What do you have? You're scrolling. Wait a minute. I'm confused.
Go ahead.
You still have up Luke Daly stuff.
No, I got your stuff you put me up. That's the only thing that's there.
Oh, no. We're delayed. Sorry. That was me.
Okay.
Do it again. What were you saying?
The car, you said it's right here where my cursor's at?
Do you see my arrow?
Okay, now I see it. I see it now.
See the arrow? Yeah, right there. You can you can just make out the headlight assembly just a bit on the one behind the guy. That's why I enhanced it on this side. So
Did the interview room talk about possibly a car being parked out there somewhere?
Yes. So
I thought they did.
yeah. So the faithful servant. See I just zoomed it in as much as I
Yeah,
can go in.
yeah, you can see that's a car
You
shape
can
right
see
there.
the car. It's
Yeah.
there. There's no doubt in your mind. You
Right
cannot
here.
tell me that's
Yeah,
not a
right
car.
here.
Yeah.
Right here.
And there's the
You can
side
even see
marker.
you can even see that little like the little almost like the something right
The
there in the
emblem.
middle, like almost looks
The-
like yeah.
Like the VW
But-
emblem or something.
Yes.
So
yes.
now I did a lot of looking online. I mean, this picture is not the greatest, right? So you can't really tell what it is. But I tried matching right fronts of cars, like just the cars that were, mentioned to be around the area. And I started off with what's his face's Range Rover first, but I couldn't find, because you can tell that the side marker right here kind of goes up tall, and then it jets kind of down like that at an angle. It almost looks like this arrow, right? Just the tip is there. So but I couldn't find anything clear enough to match, because I looked for the Range Rover, I looked for the Malibu, I looked for everything, and it didn't match the Range Rover. They were just totally different. But yeah, I mean, it could be a Honda, it could be a Subaru, it could be anything. I mean, shit. But so if I can see this and I can find this, you can't tell me the FBI didn't find this. And with their equipment, they can make it look like a car. They can really clean out the fuzziness.
Right.
So, I would love to
know. You can enhance this, but when they enhance it, they can get that perfect picture.
Yeah.
So why are they not putting out something that matches what this could actually look like with their equipment?
And I sent this in to them too. I didn't hear anything back, but I mean that doesn't mean anything really. Like I sent it in as a tip and said, hey, look it. If this is a legit picture from the camera, you know what I mean, and it's not falsified, but I mean, whatever, you could pretty much do whatever you want. But I'm like, look, dude, it's a car.
That's a car.
Everybody's telling me it's crazy. I'm telling you, it's a car. You can see the freaking car there. Like, I mean, so
it's right there.
I mean, I never heard anything back. So I mean, it's just, there's no doubt.
I mean, that's the front right here. That's the tire.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah,
you can almost see the rim, right? You can almost see the rim. And so if I go back, well, I love this picture because it took a long time to get it to even look like something. I mean, I had gammas and jammas and rammers all changed. I had pictures all over the place. I was like, man, I'm going to make it work at some point. And then you can also tell what side of the driveway is, because see all these lights?
Yeah.
That's not her lights. That's neighbor's lights up.
That's the house.
Where Alex was sitting up by his apartment on that island.
That's the house lights.
Because that's the side road
up
right
on
there.
The hill.
So, it was just, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, man.
April says, was that the car that was for Hub for 42 days?
It could be. Who knows? If the porch guy happened to be a family member, I mean, that could be the family member's car. Who knows? But it's just too much. Like,
no, I agree with that. I can see
I hope I hope they found something. I mean, that would have been, I hope they
That's
found
Llewellyn's house up there, is what Faithful Servant's saying.
Yeah, it's either Llewellyn's or the one just to the right where they were doing some work. But I'm pretty sure it would be Llewellyn's, and yeah, it's plain as day. Even when you look away from it and then look back, you're like, oh shit, yeah, that's a guy. So
for sure that looks like it right there.
At least we got a lot of people agreeing with me finally.
No, I tell you what, I mean that I can see it, and I know a lot of people in the channel can see that right here. This is the front grill right here.
You
This is the
can't
tire
say,
right
and
here.
you know who disagrees is Juanita. Juanita
Really?
disagrees. Yeah, and I was like,
Really?
how can you disagree? Like, how can you say it's not? Like, really?
What did they think it was? Did they say?
Nothing? Nothing. No, they didn't give me
No.
any reason why. I was just like, wow, I can't believe that. Like, I mean, it's right there. And so, yeah, so I just kind of left it alone. And then I sent it to the FBI and was like, hey, look at, just looking through, I just happened to notice this. The thing that set me off was the headlight assembly. I'm like, oh yeah, there's the the side marker, the blinker, and then here the other clear white is the front part of the headlight. So I was like, hell yeah, it's a car. So
Ocean Waves is in the chat. Good to have you, Ocean Waves.
hey, Ocean Waves,
Faithful servant, thank you for being here.
Yeah, once you've seen it, it's hard to unsee. Once your eyes get used to it,
Absolutely.
you're like,
well, that's why when you asked me at first, I was like, I honestly don't see nothing. But then you said
you got to put it together.
And I was like, oh yeah, right here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. That's to me a car. Nina's in the house. Good to see you, Nina.
Nina, how are you? I wish it was clearer, and I don't have the capability of making it any clearer, because I could buy a forensics program to do that type of stuff, but it was like $700 to buy it. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so.
Stacks is in the house. What up, Stacks? Good to have you. Tori's in the house. Good to have you, Tori.
Good to have everybody. So yeah. So that was my picture for that. Now, I don't know if they're in the same. Now I forget where I found it. It's a rough day. Why is this not? Oh, okay. So, yeah. So if you look, it's right. So there's the door to her house, right? Can you? Oh, you can't even see it. Here I am showing you guys. You can't even see it.
Well, we can't see it now. You just took it down.
Yeah, I forgot. So there's the picture again.
All right.
Of the house, right?
Right.
So what I'm thinking is the car, if you can see my cursor, I'm thinking the car is parked right here, and the front right side of it is right where my cursor is, and there's the door right where he would be standing. So it's down here. Right near the road.
No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, or it's just kind of somewhat in the driveway.
Yeah, because he's right there. If you go to a direct line down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I can see your point. I see what you're talking about, my friend. I do.
Yeah. I mean, it's just night and day. And I was like, this is pretty damn cool, and
Oleg says you can check a pic has been tampered while with sometimes added on photo forensic site. Interesting.
Yeah, well, it ended. That's the question. Hey, Richardson's Hall.
April says Chris and DD was the direction of the porch perp was looking. Was that the direction of? Remember when he turned around and he was looking up? Remember when he went to get that flower and he turned his head up?
He looked. He put his head up.
I want to say that was the direction he was looking.
And then he put his head down. And then when he finally pulled the weeds, when he stood up, I'll pull that back up. When he stood up, I haven't really noticed it well, but somebody said he tapped on his wrist like this. Maybe giving somebody else a sign like, all right, go in or go get her or something.
Right.
But he definitely looked at somebody or something, right? Maybe he looked at something. Let me see. Let me grab the correct video so we can watch that video, because I don't want to put up that one ended so quick. But
Faithful servant says chilling like a villain. Annie 6165. Hello.
I haven't heard that in a long
time. I haven't heard chilling like a villain in a long time.
Yeah, that was my school days, man.
Stacks, just chilling, listening. Outstanding, Zach. Thank you, Stacks, so much. Appreciate you, my brother.
Yep. And
Wow, Oleg, I just found it. It's pretty awesome. Something to bookmark. Laughing out loud. I just put in my notes in my iPhone. Be right back, says Stax. You got it. Photo
all right, if you want to
forensics. Go ahead.
throw it up there.
Oh, yes.
Now,
Yes.
now you can see this video, and this is how I found it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can see the car right there. You can actually see it. I can't make it any bigger for you guys, but on my screen, because it's much bigger, you can see the tire and the front headlight. That's what made me see it. I was like, wait a minute. Because people were saying that was the light on her ground. And I'm like, that's not a freaking light. If it was a light, it would be lit like these because it's at night.
Right.
I said, just look at it. Because the infrared on the camera, it picks up the clear lens. It picks up the clear lenses, and see how it picks up her dirt and makes everything look white? It's just the way the infrared works. You can almost see on the tire, you can almost see the dirt. It's on the tire. It's tan. It picked because it's so dusty out there. So, but anyways, so let's run this. I don't know if this is the best one or not. I still don't understand the little weeds and flowers. I don't know what he's doing. I don't think this is the correct. It's not going to be the right video. I got to grab another one. And there's the fucking cars right there, man. All right, let me grab another one. This ain't the right.
Go ahead.
That's not the right one. That doesn't show the whole.
April says, Chris, I see it on this car.
Yeah. Oh, snap. I haven't heard that in a long time either. Hold on, let me grab it. I have to reboot it, reset it all up. Computer's giving me the finger.
You got it, Jim. Welcome in, Jim.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. Come on in and join our now discussion and whatever.
Absolutely. Open chat, man.
I can't do anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of the people in here are seeing that car, picture of that car.
Yeah, I mean it's just there. I mean
I couldn't miss it the other way. What you showed me the first,
frozen.
But yeah, it's pretty damn clear.
Once you see it, you're like, oh God, yeah. You just know it's there. But this is just fucking.
Hey, everybody, click the likes on both of our chats. Click the likes, hit the little emojis, send the streams out, share them.
I didn't even dual stream. I just.
Oh, you didn't?
Nah, I didn't.
Okay.
I was just like, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I was like, let me just get on.
Every night, so you're good to go.
All right, let's try. What'd you say?
I go, you stream every night, so you're good to go. You got your boys in the house.
Yeah, tomorrow we will stream that. I got to put that all together too. All right,
Teresa
so
in the house. Good to have you, Teresa. Click that like, everybody. Get that algorithms going.
So let's try this again.
The London is in the house.
London. Hello, London.
He's from London, Teresa.
Welcome.
Amen.
Now, can I get a full?
Be safe, Jim. Absolutely, no doubt.
All right, let's see if this one works.
Gas is in the house. Good to have you, Gas. Gas is from Southern, where you say Southern Wyoming. Good to have you, Gas. Please like and subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Be a member. Be a Devil Pup investigator in the house. Good to have you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all your inputs as well. Ocean says hi. Jim saying we are getting some heavy, hard rain. Lightning. Almost like grease lightning. Kidding. Chris, be right back. He had to step out. His wife was giving him a call. His wife was giving him a holler, so he'll be right back. Hang tight, everybody. This has been a good live right now, no doubt about it. Click that like, everybody. Come on in, come on in.
Sorry, I had to let the dog out.
You're good.
Or he whines and cries like a big baby. All right. Got it. All right, it's in there.
Okay, here we go. Here we go, everybody.
Let's see what we can see now. Hopefully this one see right there.
Yeah.
He looked back. Right there. He's looking. It looks like he's looking over here, but he could be looking towards the car too.
He's definitely looking about right here.
See right there. That's
Yep.
what he's looking. But what I'm trying to see is somebody said he does something with his hands or taps, but I think he was maybe knocking the dirt off whatever the flowers that he pulled out, maybe.
Right.
Wind it up a little bit. I want to see it.
Holly Atkins in the chat. Good to have you, Holly. He's definitely looking back for sure.
Watch his
Teresa.
hands now. Yeah, see, I think who agrees that he was knocking the dirt off the flowers?
Okay, let's see that one more time.
Yeah, let me give it.
Yeah.
Flower.
Well, if he could be A, he's going to be taking it off.
Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out my
Brian, how you
show.
doing, buddy?
Really, really
How do they
appreciate you
get to that?
guys. Please.
Also tell that this backpack is different from any of the ones that the other guy had.
Right.
Because the other guy had the backpack, the one he was carrying in his hands was
Right.
completely different. The one on the other guy's back had two zippers, one on this side and one over here, and this only shows one.
Right there. Yep.
So the big zipper pot is on one side. Now shake.
Now Nina said he signaled somebody to bring the Nancy out.
But
when he gave the hand signal.
I don't see that. I see him.
Well, no, she's saying that he's probably giving somebody the hand signal by tapping his hand.
He didn't though. But maybe I'm wrong. But it looks to me he hits the flower. He hits the weeds or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah, it's going to be those little foliage flower things.
Bang. But maybe he did. Maybe he did. But I gotta see this again. You know what? Freeze. Hold on, y'all. Can I? It's. Hold on 1 second. See, he hit. I think he hits the flowers.
One more time.
I slowed it down really. You know what? I'm trying to see behind him because there's the car. That's the car right there.
Yeah.
You can still see it. But why don't I have the option of? Oh, wait a minute.
April says, just smash the camera. Why the flower stage? Nina, it's too big of a gesture he spoke to. April, the flowers are so odd. Music is eerie, says it. Oh.
Yeah, see, I don't.
It looked like he did hit the flowers. The top of them.
Yep. Hold on. I'm going to slow it down just a little more. If I slow it down anymore, it's going to just stop playing.
There you go.
Grab and rip. Yeah, he doesn't hit his hand. He hits the flowers.
He hits the flowers.
That could be the
shake that dirt off.
Maybe that was the signal too, though. When I grabbed the flowers and hit them or whatever, maybe that was a signal. But I need to know who he was looking at or what he was looking at. It could have been a noise, and he thought, "Oh, maybe somebody's here." I just. The flower thing right here, the weeds, whatever the frig it is, it just doesn't make sense to me. You could have just covered it with your hand.
Yeah, like but he probably wasn't going to be staying there anytime soon. He was probably blocking it so that he could go on and do whatever he was supposed to do and have that thing block the camera.
Yeah.
That would make sense to me. He's putting the flowers there so he doesn't have to stay there and put his hand over the thing. He can go ahead and do what else he has to do.
He can't get him to stay on there, maybe.
Well, that's what's happening. He
yeah.
It's like he grabbed the flowers, he moved the flower to block that camera because he wanted to go do whatever he was going to do. And when he realized it wasn't sticking the way he wanted it to, then now you're looking at something totally different on what was going through that mind.
Right. And this is two other things. People said they see a tattoo. And there's no tattoo. I mean, that's tape.
Yeah.
That's tape around his sleeves inside. I don't see a tattoo anywhere. And they said that he had a pinky ring on. I don't see a pinky ring either. Maybe it's just me.
I think they were saying that pinky ring, like the look at the fingertip of the glove and see if you see something little bulgy sticking out. I think that's what they were referring to. The glove itself and how it was there was a little bump there. I think it's really Jason. Jason's doing this. Friday the 13th, Halloween.
Yep, right there. He's just looking.
Yep,
he's looking at somebody. Something.
Well, that's going to, if you remember right there, that was where they thought there was a car parked down here.
That's it. This is where that's where the car is.
And that's where he was looking at. Right down here. Yep.
It is eerie though. Like, you know what I mean? Just thinking that there's somebody outside the house, you know. So, yeah, I mean, 131 to 2-1.
He probably thought that he was going to take those flowers and wrap it around that camera somehow to block any type of view or distort the view.
Yeah, and maybe I wouldn't have to worry about ripping the camera off the wall.
Exactly. And then he couldn't. It wasn't sticking. And then, yeah, I don't know where it goes from there.
Well, no, whatever was in that backpack, he probably took out and just ripped it off with a screwdriver. No, he didn't smash it there because you'd see they would have.
You see the little bit pieces laying on the ground. Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks so much for checking out my show.
Really, they are. All you got to do is just pry it with a screwdriver from the back. The little nut that holds it on the bottom, the little special screw,
right?
That'll just come right out. So I got one of mine off. But
I'm with you, Gronsky. I'm saying 3 to 4 people was at this whole thing. 3 to 4 is my guess.
You think?
One being a girl, female.
You think that many?
I think 3 for sure. It's possible 4. I'm thinking a back guy, a front guy. The back guy's going to help him carry Nancy. Then you got the one in the car. That's 3. I'm thinking it's possible you have a lookout, seeing if anybody's coming down the road. You know, that's just my guess, because if you don't have somebody watching down the road other than maybe the car, then how do you get, you can tell the car to come up, but then you're not having anybody watch that road. And that's all you need is luck, bad luck.
And, I was thinking like, where is it up here?
April says, wasn't there a report that the cameras were smashed or destroyed, other cameras? I think there was some.
I think
there was a floodlight.
The light in the back was broken, was smashed.
Wasn't there one at the top of the roof?
The camera?
A camera that they went on top?
Was on the, what is it? Casita?
Yeah.
It was on.
Remember when that guy walked up there?
Yeah, they came back for it. Remember, like
yes.
a day or two later, and they were like, "Oh, there's a camera up there." But everybody was wondering. It looked like he had something in his pocket, like a. Jesus, I think I'm getting old. What's it called? The thing to disrupt the signals and stuff.
Oh, jammer.
Yeah, jammer. Man, I'm thinking it was more of a police scanner for him with an earpiece, because that's how I listened to mine, with an earpiece underneath his mask, listening to the local police to see if there's any calls that come out about, hey, there's a strange guy at this house. He would know and then be gone by the time they got there. So, but jammer, I don't know about a jammer. I don't know if I'm on board with that, but could be. But I want to see. I didn't see this. I don't think. What is this one? Porch guy finally speaks. Is this the break in the Nancy Guthrie case 2 days ago? I haven't heard anything.
Right now, a man knows exactly what happened to Nancy Guthrie. He knows if she's alive. He knows if she's dead. And for 5 months, he has said absolutely nothing. But something changed this week. The FBI didn't just quietly keep investigating like they have for months. They put out an official statement, on the record, something they almost never do on this case. And when you read between the lines of that statement, it starts to look less like an update and more like a message aimed directly at one person, the man we've all started calling Porch Guy. So tonight, I want to walk you through exactly what's happening, why I think the FBI just made its move, and what it would actually take for someone connected to this case to come forward and end it. Because if this case is ever going to be solved, I think we are in that window right now. I titled this video, What Porch Guy Knows, for a reason. Not because I know who he is, nobody watching this does, and anyone claiming otherwise online right now is almost certainly wrong, but because I think that's the entire question this case now hinges on. Not who is he, not even where is Nancy. The question that actually determines how this ends is much simpler than that. Does the person in that doorbell footage know he's running out of road? By the end of this video, I think you'll understand exactly why I believe the answer might be starting to become yes. Before we get into it, If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. This channel covers cases like this one seriously, with real research behind every claim, not speculation dressed up as fact. Let's get into it. Let's rebuild the timeline first, because I think it's easy to lose the thread on a case that's dragged on this long. Nancy Guthrie was 84 years old, living in Catalina Foothills, just outside Tucson, Arizona. She was the mother of Savannah Guthrie, the longtime Today Show co-anchor. On the night of January 31st into the early morning of February 1st, something happened at that house. Nancy was last seen a little before 10 at night. By the next morning, she was gone. What investigators found at the house told them this wasn't someone wandering off. The home security system had been disabled overnight. There was blood found near the front doorstep, and doorbell camera footage captured a masked figure outside the home, a man in a balaclava moving along the porch in the dark. That footage is where Porch Guy comes from. It's the only real look anyone has ever gotten at whoever did this. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos said early on that he believed Nancy had been abducted. Within days, this became a multi-agency investigation. The Sheriff's Department, the FBI, Customs and Border Protection, search and rescue teams combing desert terrain around Tucson. Volunteers spent weeks walking through cactus and boulder-covered land near the Arizona-Mexico border, an area so unforgiving that searches had to be timed around the desert heat. Family friends said at the time that Nancy had left her house that night without her daily medication she reportedly needed just to function day to day. Whoever took her either didn't know that or didn't care. And almost immediately, this stopped being a local story. It became national because of who her daughter is. Savannah Guthrie suspended her hosting duties. She stepped away from covering the Winter Olympics that February to search for her own mother. The White House got involved. They posted about Nancy's disappearance, urging the public to come forward with information. President Trump personally called Savannah on February 4th, offering federal resources. A few weeks later, he even threatened the death penalty for whoever did this. That's how serious this got. How fast. And then came the notes. The first ransom note went to a Tucson TV station. It said Nancy was alive and demanded a payment in cryptocurrency, millions of dollars in Bitcoin, in exchange for her return. Savannah and her siblings responded almost immediately with a video statement, speaking directly to whoever had their mother. "We received your message, and we understand," she said. "We beg you now to return our mother to us." She said the family was ready to pay. Then a second note arrived, and this one was different. It didn't ask for anything. It said Nancy had died shortly after she was taken. It reportedly even included something like an apology from whoever wrote it. Law enforcement asked that this second note be kept out of the public eye, worried it would compromise the investigation. It didn't become public knowledge until June, nearly 5 months later. A third note surfaced separately, sent not to police, but to TMZ. This one claimed the sender knew who the kidnappers were. 2 of them, according to the message. The sender said they had video evidence, footage of Nancy with, quote, "the main guy," and offered to hand everything over for 1 Bitcoin. TMZ's Harvey Levin pushed the sender to prove it was real. The response he got back was that the person wouldn't send anything, because the metadata could be traced and lead investigators straight to them. Whether that's a real insider or someone gaming the system for money, nobody could say for certain.
A month or so later, TMZ founder Harvey Levin went public with the exchange himself, laying out the messages step by step on air, which is part of why that third note ended up getting so much attention, even though it went through a media outlet instead of law enforcement. Now, before I move on to the FBI's response, I want to pull back for a second and talk about why I don't think anyone should assume every note in a case like this is automatically genuine, no matter how convincing it sounds. Because this isn't the first time a ransom note has thrown an entire investigation off course. Back in 2018, in Norway, a woman named Anne Elizabeth
Doug,
Hagen
did you make
disappeared
this?
from her home outside Oslo.
Stop it.
Did you make this, Doug?
Yeah, I'm very careful with not putting those out there, man.
I have watched the doorbell footage from Nancy Guthrie's porch more times than I can count, frame by frame.
Yeah.
No doubt, Teresa. Well said. Well said. Teresa says, as soon as I hear these voices, I move on.
Yeah.
Very animated. No doubt, Elle. Very animated.
That's what AI does.
But I tell you what, I mean, that car is clear as day, in my opinion.
Hell yeah. What the hell is that?
No doubt about it.
Looking to see if there's any breaking news anywhere about anything. But police involved in deadly altercation in New Hampshire. See, it's everywhere now. New Hampshire too. Oop. Yeah, see, South Carolina. Everything's in South Carolina now. This poor lady died in South Carolina in an accident in the lake.
Nina says, we need to find a full picture of Nancy Guthrie's garage.
Like inside or?
Like I'm assuming the whole, like trying to see how it possibly, if there's like I would say inside, see if there's a crawl space somewhere. If not outside where there's something leading to a crawl space, I'm assuming that's where Nina's going. Yes, inside. Type it in there. Picture inside a garage.
I did.
Oh, okay, got you.
I don't really think there is one.
Oled says
There's a
there's
device
one drone
inside her
footage.
chest right now, smaller than a deck of cards, weighing less than an ounce, and it recorded everything. Every heartbeat, every spike of terror, every moment her body screamed that something was terribly, terribly wrong. For 74 days, the FBI has been fighting to decode what that device captured, and what they found inside that data, inside the final 41 minutes of Nancy Guthrie's last known night at home, is the most chilling forensic revelation in this entire investigation. This is not a theory. This is not speculation. This is her own heart telling the story. Stay with me, because
Teresa says, does anyone remember when the Juice had the caller who claims to see porch door open? If so, are you able to send it to DD? Interesting. I don't remember that one. That's about the closest you're going to get right there. That picture right there.
Mm-hmm.
That picture is the closest to the inside you're going to get. I don't know if you can blow that up a little bit. That is so true. April says, why is there no pictures of the birthday of Nancy's? You know, the birthday party they were supposed to have went to.
I can't do anything with this one.
That's pretty clear right there. The only way her basement can go out of range is by being in a cave or underground. Freeze, he said.
Door, wood, shelves.
Tell Chris where you want him to go, Nina. Nina says, left side garage, look close, freezer garage. Left side garage, look close, freeze garage.
Hold on. Why can't I?
Floor lift, left garage. There's a floor lift.
There's what?
A floor lift. What is she talking about? Right there, somewhere right here.
That's a broom. That's a barrel. Looks like some type of shelf.
Yeah, trash can.
Or-
Yeah.
That guy's backpack. I don't. I don't see
She
any.
says she sees near back door. Near back door. Is this something right here, Chris?
Whoop. I don't know what the hell happened. Jesus. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't see anything.
The back door is up here, right? The garage door. It was in my vision, says Nina. Something with the back
vision?
door.
Did you have a vision, or are you talking about you saw it on here? I don't.
Do you mean a lid to the bunker, Nina? It was my vision. My vision.
Right. Well, I didn't have that vision, so I don't
it.
see anything.
Nina said, "That's it." I'm not sure. What are you looking at, Nina? You say that's it. What are you looking at?
That's a
square.
mat. That's
square
not
floor.
a,
Square
that's not a lift. That's a mat.
Square floor. Square floor. Lift near back door. Square floor. Lift near back door. She's talking about this one.
Yeah, that's the back door.
Yeah,
and this is the floor mat to go in to the house.
I don't see anything either. I'm not seeing what you're seeing there, Nina.
No.
I wish you could blow it up a little bit, but it can't.
That's her back door.
Mm-hmm.
And then that black thing in front is a floor mat.
Yeah, that's about the best we're going to get right there.
Keeps fucking going there. Come on.
Teresa, she's looking for a back door on the floor. I'm sorry, the back door. She's looking for like a door trap that's on the floor.
I'm going to see if I can get
door mat, she calls it. A square floor.
She thinks it's a trap door to a bunker or something.
Yeah. Zena says, take purple hand all the way over to the floor. Dark floor looks square. Did you hear that?
It's the floor mat.
It's the floor mat. Do you mean the step-up door leading into the house from the garage? Take the purple hand all the way over to the floor. All the way over to the floor. Take the purple hand all the way over to the floor. Okay. You're at the floor. All the way to the floor. Dark floor looks square. The only thing I can see is this part right here. Right, Chris? Right where your arrow was at, right there? Yep.
It's the cement floor.
How about over here? What about this one over here? What about this one, Chris? Go to your left, all the way to your left, all the way to your left. Now go up. Over to your left now. Right there. What is that? Is there anything there? No, on the ground. Is there anything on the ground? Right there?
No, it's just I'm gonna bet it's just the floor.
Okay.
And it's just dark because it's not getting
There's
any
no light.
light. No.
Okay.
No, see, it just lightened up. No, it's just the floor.
Just the floor, he says.
Yeah, you can see it. It lightens up when the guys move and they get out of the way. You can see the floor lighten up.
Yeah, he said it's just the floor. When the guy moves, it's just the light.
Yeah, see how it lightens up just like the. Get out of the way.
Move out of the way, copper.
It's just the floor, Nina. There's nothing there. See, it's just they're standing there in the dock.
Yeah, that's what it is right there. She's talking about this spot right here.
Yeah,
but that's what that is. It's just the floor. It's because it's in the corner. You're not getting a whole lot of light there.
Nope.
Marianne says, "I see a floor mat." Laughing out loud.
Yeah, no, she's talking about to the left of the guys next to the wood. It's a dark piece of the floor, but when they all move out, you can see it turn back to the regular color real quick. So
Got you.
all right. What this one is.
There is a device inside her chest right now, smaller than a deck of cards.
Nina, where in relation to the car?
Coded everything.
We're moving on
Every
from the
heartbeat,
garage
every
thing.
spike of terror, every moment her body screamed that something was terribly, terribly wrong. For 74.
Tarek, hi DD. How you doing, Tarek? Good to have you. Hi, Chris.
Now, hey everybody, how you doing? Now you see this.
Right.
I can't zoom this one either. It doesn't.
What about it, Chris?
But obviously it came off clean. The camera itself, it came off clean. And from what A&T said, this lock and this lock, both locks. So on these doors, there's the security one has double, and then the inside has double. So on these doors, there's 4 locks on the 2 doors.
Oh, wow.
And they were all locked from what they say.
Right.
So my question is if they came out the front, did they put her down and then go back inside and let me lock your doors for you? You know? And I'm thinking the reason that the doors would be locked if she was taken, right? If she was taken, the camera being for him wanting to leave the camera there would be so it didn't look like something happened. You know what I'm saying? Like they're keeping it clean. Keep camera's still there, doors are locked, everything's fine. That's the only reason I would think that. Because that's why most burglars, I would think, go through a window and try not to break anything, and a lot of, I would think, try not to smash out doors and stuff like that. They try to get into where it looks like nothing happened, leave it clean. But I don't know. I just don't. Let me see if whoop. See, it showed a picture of the garage, but now I can't find it.
I love his new album. He came out with.
Tusi's in the house. Hello, Tusi. Click like everybody. If you are new, subscribe. If you're a subscriber, be a Doubled Up Pup member. Click the likes, everybody. Hit the algorithms. Get them going.
What the hell was that? Well, maybe that's what they were talking about right there. It looks like, see the right here where my pointer is?
Yeah.
That looks like the glove separated from.
Oh, got you.
That would be a tattoo?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking now. Yeah. Can you blow that up?
I don't think it's gonna let me. Hold on. Nope. That's the best I can get it on this picture. But maybe no, I can't do it here either.
Hang on, let me put it on my phone and then let me see. Let me see. Hang on.
There's her Apple Watch.
Hang on. Okay, now let me see.
Now we got to find somebody with a tattoo. Maybe.
It is a tattoo, Chris.
Yeah.
It looks like some type of like roses or flowers or. This is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see. Well, you can't see it. There, but I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that's hey, there's an alligator. So those are old school windows there. And then is the back door. Now that's the front. That green cover. I don't know if that's the septic tank there. That green cover. Or is that the water?
I just sent it to you, Chris.
Okay. I don't know if that's the septic tank, the green cover. Or amongst these pictures, they showed a picture of the garage. I'm trying to get to it. But there's the tent covered. That's the casita. That's
And
where. Can you see
go
the?
ahead. Yep.
You
I
see
see
the
it.
lady on the roof?
Lady on the roof. Hang on, let me look. Oh, yeah. I'm looking at the middle picture. Yes, I see her.
So that's where they went back and grabbed. That's the camera from the roof of the casita.
That's not the floodlight?
No, this is where she came back and grabbed the camera.
Okay, because I remember somebody went up there. I wasn't sure if it was a man or a woman. I thought it was a man, but no, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
That was the person we saw going up there.
Yep. I can't turn it that way. All right, I guess they didn't have the picture of the garage like it showed. Whatever. So, Nancy's drinking. Poor lady.
I have not seen a tattoo confirmed. Have seen it. It was a watch, a medical bracelet, and a tattoo. I'm with you, April. I've never seen it either, but I just took a picture of it. Let me see if I can. Let's see here. Hang on a second. This one. Send to.
Nothing. Oh, and you're not covered for that either. You're out of car.
Can you show that picture of that tattoo real quick? Hang on, April. We'll show that picture real quick.
Let me see if I can re-find it again.
There is a device
I don't
inside
remember
her chest right now,
if this was
smaller
it or
than a
not.
deck
We're
of
looking
cards,
for it, everybody.
less than an ounce, and it
I closed it
recorded
out, so
everything.
I
Right.
don't know which
Every
one it was
heartbeat,
now.
every spike of phone was left behind. No GPS, no witnesses. 41
think
minutes
it was
of
this.
darkness. Except for one thing. Her heart never stopped recording. And what it recorded during
All right, let me search for it. Oh, no wonder why I can't do anything here. Whoops. Tattoo on porch guy. Ooh. Shit. Why is it like that? Here it comes.
You get it?
Definitely a tattoo. Yeah, pop it up there.
Here it is, everybody.
It's definitely a tattoo.
L and
No doubt.
anybody who wanted a tattoo right here. See that right here?
Yep. Oh, AJ.
You see that, everybody? Is it it's a cross? I'm not sure what it is, but it's definitely some type of ink of some sort. I don't know what the design pattern is, but it's definitely something right there. And I don't, it may look like the back side of it or no, it's definitely going to be the inside right here.
I'm trying to disappear.
Oh, it definitely looks like a tattoo. And I'll be honest, I don't ever remember seeing it. So that's the first time I'm seeing it. And he says, well, they should put it out there because no one's going to cut their arm off. Without a doubt, Andy, without a doubt.
Well, that's my thought here. If they believe that's a tattoo, then it's going to be easy to find the correct person because
Absolutely.
even if you remove it, you're scarred.
Yeah. And plus, I mean, they can go around the shops where the tattoo places are, you know, do a little sleuthing, ask for, you know, patterns of people getting tattoos on their wrists, you know, and they're because they usually take pictures of the tattoos. Every tattoo they do, they take a picture of it.
Yeah. So it's definitely a tattoo, no doubt.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen it, to be honest.
Me too. Somebody was smart enough to slow it down and grab that shit.
So why wouldn't, if they haven't, I can't say why they wouldn't because they don't know if they did or not, but why wouldn't they enhance this better and then maybe go check out the shops where they do this stuff and see if they can, you know, classify it with somebody who got one. Now, it may be nothing. Maybe it's a jailhouse tattoo, you know, you never know, but yeah, true. Fake tattoos, why? But this people don't strike me as that they would wear fake tattoos. These people, if they strike me like they would, well, when I say these people, this person here, the porch guy, I think this is the porch guy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the porch guy. He is a little weird. He did act a little flaky. Marianne says, Chris, why are you ignoring AJ?
Well, I'm typing a response right now. I gotta blame somebody. I can't believe I missed AJ. How horrible I am. Bad boss. Sorry, AJ.
Somebody said that looks like Churbs. Churbs?
The fuck is cherubs?
Churbs, like those little churbs.
Shrubs? I don't know.
It might be. Sure.
I don't know. What is a
churb? What's a churbs?
Cherubs?
KD did tattoos. That's right. Kayla Day had her own tattoo business. Interesting. I forgot about that. She did. She had her own business. She did a lot with that mojito at his events.
I'm just glad you're back, AJ, and you're safe.
Marianne says, sure, Chris, blame DD.
I'll blame somebody for my stupidity. I haven't really
They said that, hey, Chris, they said that cherubs are like angels, those little fat angels, those little chunky angels.
Oh, okay.
They
Shows
call
you
them
what I
cherubs.
know.
I do know what they look like now. I do know what they look like. I've seen them before.
Oh, yeah.
April says she thinks the mustache, the tattoo could be fake. The eyeliner is fake. Possibly. Very possible. I mean, that would mean these people are that smart, and I just don't see it. But it's possible. Absolutely. Everything's possible. Else says there's a company who sells great tomatoes that are called sherbs. CB, hi everyone. Good to have you, CB. Welcome back. Listening while driving. Good to have you, my friend. Nina, I know, Mary, but I would anyway. Growski, maybe we have been working this case too long. CB, hello. AJ. CB. Marianne, CB. Marianne, and get arrested. That's interesting. God, I would like to know what the hell that is now. Watch it be something like we never could have imagined. Didi, on your screen there, I was talking about the lady on the roof taking camera predictive tax. Yes, very true, Teresa, very true. Very true. Predictive tax. Nina says, I've been inside crimes working with police, stayed in with mother of missing Maria Stewart in Abbotsford, Ontario. No, thank you, Nina. I appreciate all your insight. I mean, honestly, it really does help a lot trying to figure out some of these things. And having more opinions than less is always a good thing. No doubt about it. KD probably knows. Yeah, Kayla Day would know. No doubt about it. She would probably be able to figure that out, what that is. See, the Pima County Sheriff's Office detectives and or the FBI could take that picture and take it to KD and ask her, what does this look like to you? She may be able to tell them what that is. Good point, right? No doubt about it. Are they doing that? Hell, we don't know. I'll do that here in a minute, faithful servant, because I have it on my phone. I took a picture of it from my phone, and I'll be able to. Well, let me see. I might be able to do it now. Let me see. This.
Well, hold on.
What happened?
All right, y'all. I have to run. I got to go to work.
Okay, my friend.
All right. Hey, thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here, man. Appreciate all your hard work, and I definitely owe you a soda and a hot dog.
You don't owe me nothing.
You did good, brother. You did good. We really did a good job on this, and you did a great job on the narratives and the how you set everything up. It really makes a difference when you're able to do all that. You're gonna have to show me how to do that.
Oh God.
How to put it all within that compound.
AI does a lot for you.
Is that right?
It grabs you stuff, but then you got to double check to make sure, because when you do it with AI, they can be off. Some dates and stuff can be off, and the timeline can be a little different. So you just got to make sure you double check it all.
Got you.
But you can have them grab the images and the text and everything, and they'll do it all for you. They'll put it in, like that thing you saw. They create it. I put it in Canva, which I use.
Mm-hmm.
I put it in Canva. I choose the background and everything.
Right.
And then I just copy and paste some of it in. Then I add some for myself. So
got you.
Yeah.
Well, good job, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, my brother.
No
I
problem.
appreciate you a lot. I'll definitely check out your what time you going live tomorrow. I'll check it out. I'll watch it from the outside.
I don't even know yet. I got to make it and put it all up, but I'm not sure yet.
Oh, when you do, let me know, and I'll just jump in and look at it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll be like everybody else. I'll enjoy your work.
I may invite you in. You never know.
That's up to you, man. That's up to you.
Law enforcement.
Hey, I'm always here to give any type of insight I can to help out, brother.
All right, my guys.
Thank you.
Talk to you all later.
God
Thanks,
bless,
everybody.
man. Semper Fi, brother.
All right. See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody. That was a good presentation, right? Loved it. Nina, Chris, trust me, I'm well known by police, and no doubt, Nina, we don't doubt you one bit. No doubt. You've been a big part of this channel as well. Thank you for everything you give us. Google Flow is the best AI so far out. Thank you, AJ. Appreciate that. Any night. You guys make a great team. Hey, I love working with Chris. No doubt about it. I like working with anybody, but Chris, since he was the one that you guys recommended, hey, I enjoy it. Tusi, thumbs up. You got it. Annie, yes. Groundsky, both Rug and Nancy are missing. The Faithful Servant. Yes, DD. Great show. Thank you, The Faithful Servant. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. Awesome presentation. Great conversation. As always, you guys do a magnificent job. Thank you, DD. You got it, Nina. Tushi. Blue family here. You got it, my friend. Always. AJ, DD, you are doing great. I'm enjoying your channel. Thank you so much, AJ. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. It means a hell of a lot to me. Thank you. But hey, I tell you what, the people on this channel and the mods in this channel, I tell you what, they do a great job, without a doubt. They do a great job. And I just enjoy being and having this conversation. This is like, we've been on for 3 hours and 14 minutes, literally. And this is like the best 3 hours and 14 minutes I've had. So, hey, congrats, man. Congrats to all of you as well. Psychic Writer, that's what I get for glancing and walking away for a minute. CB, awesome mods, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Hey, and then if anybody wants to be mods, just let me know. Send me an email. Let me know. You know, the more the merrier as far as I'm concerned. All right, everybody. So let's go ahead and end this live. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. Thank you for always supporting the channel. And the more you guys want to do this type of stuff as far as with other collaborations with other streamers, just let me know who and mods. You get a hold of whoever and see who wants to really have that conversation. But as far as Chris goes, yeah, if he needs anything from me from a law enforcement perspective, he's got it. He's got it. Thank you all. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and end this live. Thank you all so much for being here. God bless you all. Appreciate every one of you. And remember, we'll figure it out because it's all common sense. Everything is common sense, everybody. God bless you. Love you all. Semper Fi.